Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
I heard him good. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I think we're good.
We're good.
You folks at home, hang on. Got about 8 minutes, and we'll start talking about football. If you want to get the real feel of the game, turn on your ceiling fans and your air conditioning. These things are warm. I make you.
Number 54, Trent Thompson.
You are looking live at Torbert Field in campus of Chambers Academy in Lafayette, Alabama, as the Rebels have qualified for the playoffs as one of the final 8 teams in the 1A classification of AISA. This is a quarterfinal game against the Jackson Academy Eagles. Rebels are 9-1, and the Eagles are 3-6. But as Coach Allen said Wednesday when we talked, everybody at this point is 0-0, 0-0. This will be the first meeting between the Eagles and the Rebels. Hard to believe after both schools have been in existence for around 50 years and been fielding football teams that they've never met on the gridiron, but this is the first meeting with the Eagles of Jackson Academy and the Rebels of Chambers Academy. This is the 5th year in a row, I believe, that we've had a home playoff game in the first round, and we're here to bring you this one live here on YouTube with your Chambers Academy Sports Live channel. I'm Calvin Milford. I'm here with my broadcast partner, Chester Carter.
Well, thank you, Calvin. It's a pleasure to bring this game to you guys tonight here from Lafayette, Alabama, on the campus of Chambers Academy, as they go up against the Jackson Academy Eagles out of Jackson, Alabama.
Down in Clark County. Just speaking with one of their coaches, he said it was about a 3.5-hour trip. We could identify with that, having gone over to Pickens earlier this year. You start playing these cross-state, cross-sectional playoff games, and you find out why Coach Allen says it's so important to get a home field advantage in home playoff games, because you really have to hit the road in this cold, arid atmosphere.
Yeah, about here at kickoff, temperature is going to be in the upper 40s with a nice breeze out there, and hopefully by end of the game we can get out of here before it dips into the 30s. So
yeah, we said earlier, hey, Coach Charlie Hughes here with us. Coach Hughes, formerly a Rebel coach. He's down at Beauregard now. Hang on there, Charlie. Charlie, hang on a second. Wheel the camera around and show everybody Coach Hughes. This is Coach Charlie Hughes, coach of the Chambers Rebels from when to when? 1990-95. We're glad to have Coach Hughes back with us today for this playoff game. He's got his Beauregard colors on, but we'll forgive him for that. Good to see you, Coach Hughes.
Thank you, Dave, for that candid shot there. We appreciate that.
Where were we?
Well, we were talking about the matchup here between Jackson Academy and CA Rebels here, and the importance of home field advantage during these playoffs here in the AISA. And Coach Allen did bring, the importance of getting a home field advantage. So it is quite a lengthy trip to many of these locations across Alabama. So as we get ready for this kickoff here in about 9 minutes, the referees are waiting patiently out there for the captains to come out and get the coin toss.
One thing we did find out talking with the gentleman up here in the press box with us from Jackson, he stumbled on the second step of the step ladder at Southern just like we did.
Yeah, so, the infamous Southern ladder. We do have some footage from that game, and hopefully our production manager here, David, can wheel that up sometime and go through a montage of ladders across the ASA this year.
Montage, I like that. A cornucopia of road trips that we took.
We'll have to put together a little snippet there of all the adventures we went on this year. It's been quite a year, and starting this YouTube channel here for Chambers Academy, it's been fun traveling around with the teams, checking them out on the road games, and bringing these broadcasts to people can't make it out to the games, and bringing the road games to everybody back here in Lafayette or anywhere in the U.S. We have some people signing in here from, West Virginia. Know some folks up that way in North Carolina. We appreciate you guys watching. So
even had one or two from California over the course of this season. So technology is amazing. When I was in school here, we were lucky that we had a PA system.
Yes.
If the coaches want to communicate with the coaches in the press box, they use sign language.
More like baseball calls.
Yeah, they didn't have any way of.
We're down to 7.5 minutes before kickoff, just waiting on Jackson's captain.
Well, let's talk about tonight while we're waiting on the coin toss. As I said, this is the first meeting between the Eagles and the Rebels. Jackson wearing red and black. Not sure what color their uniforms tops will be. They have on red pants. And, of course, the Rebels returned to their full blue uniforms, the traditional blue Chambers Academy Rebel blue with blue tops, blue pants. We've delved into the gray uniforms this year for the first time in a long time, but they've gone back to blue for this first round game. Chambers has fielded 49 football teams, Chester, and 25 of those have made the playoffs.
Well, that's an outstanding record right there.
And I just told you wrong, 26 have made the playoffs. This is the 26th playoff year. First round games, Chambers has won 10 all time and lost 15. That's a little deceptive because a lot of those first round losses came in the early days. One first round loss was way back in 1972. The Rebels didn't make the playoffs again until 1989. So in the last 30 years, they've made the playoffs 24 times and won 10 out of 13, basically, of those first round games. Coach Allen has been here for 14 years and has made the playoffs all but 3 times. And out of those 11 times he's made the playoffs, of course we don't know what will happen this year, but of the other 10 times he's made the playoffs, 7 times they've ended up in Troy. So,
well, that's the ultimate goal here, is to end up at state down in Troy.
This is his 18th year coaching. He's been to 8 championship games. If the Rebels are fortunate enough to make it this year, exactly half of Coach Allen's seasons in his coaching career will end at the championship game, and I think that's an amazing record. 50% of the time he's ended up his last game at Troy. When you get to the finals, 50% of the time as a coach, pretty hard to argue with that.
That's a great accomplishment right there, and the program he's building here is incredible.
And here's the coin toss. Don't know if we got the refs mic'd or not. We'll find out shortly. Typically the referee is mic'd for the coin toss.
It doesn't appear they are, Calvin.
Well, I heard a thump like he might have turned it on, but I think he might have turned it right back off. As I said, Jackson will have on red pants, white jerseys. They have a very shiny, colorful helmet. It's black with red eagle wings on it. That's a very interesting design. Yes. Looks quite nice.
Very similar to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Except I think they have a few more wings on Jackson's helmet. A little more like an Oregon Duck helmet. Well, he's talking to Caden Smoots, so I'm guessing Chambers might have won the toss.
Chambers has won the toss and is elected to receive. Jackson with the 10 scoreboard.
Well, he is my
there we have it.
He just didn't want us to hear what he told him during the coin toss.
Yeah.
All right, so Coach Allen, as you know, you've heard us all year. He likes to have the ball first. He likes to try to get on the scoreboard first. And that has worked out once again. So the teams are about to take the field, about 3.5 minutes. We'll pause for our national anthem and prayer. And your defending state champion Chambers Rebels will begin the earnest defense of their state title here tonight with a quarterfinal game against the Jackson Eagles. Chambers 10-15 all time in quarterfinal games. We'll see if they can make it to 11-15. The 10 times they have won quarterfinal games, 7 of those times they've gone on to Troy. So pretty good record in the second round.
Well, we're looking for a nice high-powered offense from Chambers to get out on the board first and see what we can do here in the playoffs and set the tone early and get this game under control, hopefully. It's like the last time.
Here come the Rebels.
All right.
Here come your Chambers Academy Rebels.
For a cool night, still a great crowd out here at Torbert Field there, Calvin.
Really is. I was a little bit afraid we were going to drive some of the people indoors when they can watch it on YouTube, but you all came out to support the Rebels tonight. It's a good-looking crowd. As we said earlier, if you really want to feel like you're here and you're at home watching, turn on your ceiling fan and your air conditioner, and you'll be right where we are. And we will now pause for the invocation
back to the
and the national anthem. As the Eagles take the field on the other side, they'll get set up for the prayer and the anthem.
All right, and if everyone would please stand, remove your caps, and Brother Paul Howard will be leading us in our pregame prayer.
May we pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening to be able to come out and enjoy a football game. Pray that you bless these two teams that will be competing. I pray that you protect them from injury. Thank you for the fans that have come out to support them tonight. I pray that you'd keep them safe, especially those who have a long trip home. Pray, Father, that your will be done in our lives. May we glorify you in every action, in every word, in every deed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, if you would please remain standing as Miss Lorraine Jackson will lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, the next official, Rebel fans, you know what time it is. It's game time. Let's get loud and show them how we do it in Lafayette, Alabama. Number 25, Caden Smoot on the return.
Jackson at the 30-yard line.
He'll take the ball out across the 25 and be marked down just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. First down, Chambers.
Starts off with Peyton Allen, quarterback and junior, with Braxton Allen in the backfield. Alongside looks like Jordan Denver.
Here we go!
13.
Let's go, Red! Here we go!
Yep.
Let's go, Red! Here we go!
Denver center.
Let's go, Red!
Work off the right side.
Handoff goes to number 13, Jordan Denbrook. He's out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Play pick up about 6, brings up second down and 4. Tackle made by number 15, Michael Roberts, along with number 5, P.J. Fleming.
Yes, check that out. Thought we were starting from 30. Second down and 4 would be just fine with me. Peyton's in the center again. Braxton lined up straight behind him. Hands right up the middle for Braxton off the left side. Ball's loose on the ground. Was he down before that ball got out? They're calling it a turnover.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Jackson Academy. They'll take over at the Chambers 38-yard line, first down for the Eagles.
Second play of the scrimmage, put the ball on the ground, and the Eagles recovered it at the 38-yard line. They're going to set up inside Rebels territory, first down and 10 for the Eagles.
Let's go, Rebels! Let's go, Rebels! Let's go! Let's go, Rebels!
And fingers again, hold, snap, and hit. All loose out there. Number 15 off the right side for the Eagles.
Handoff goes to number 15, Michael Roberts. He's down inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Play's going to pick up about 7 yards, second down and 3.
He's a senior.
Jackson Academy breaks the offense to the line. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Hands off number 15 again, Micah Roberts to the right side for little or no gain. Should bring up third down and
Brody Smoot,
Number 16, Brody Smoot, along with a host of
primary tackler there.
Yep.
Trying to hype the crowd up.
Third down and 3.
This crowd's still
they need to get warmed up, get some of that hot chocolate in them or some hot coffee.
crowd's still a little flat from the Bessemer outcome. Need a little something positive here to get them fired up.
With third down and 3 for Jackson. They're at the 30-yard line of the Rebels. Hand off to number 15 again to the right side. Looks like it's close to first down yardage.
And now goes up the middle to
We'll
number
see where they
15,
spot it.
Michael
If we didn't get it, I'm sure they'll go for it.
He'll be down to the 27-yard line.
And chain crews are moving, so he got it.
Yardage, first down, Jackson.
First down for Jackson Academy at the 26-yard line of the Rebels. Here with 9:22 and rolling here in the first quarter.
Teams haven't had much success running on Chambers this year until Bessemer did. Maybe the Jackson coaches picked up something on the film.
Handoff again, number 2, looking for some running room off the left side. He's still up, and he's tackled by number 34, Braxton Allen, down at the 9-yard line. They're inside the 10.
It's going to be a red zone.
He's down inside the 10. They're marking down to 9. First and goal for Jackson.
First and goal for Jackson.
Number 34.
This is not how the Rebels
how
thought
they
this
drew
would
it up.
start. Yeah. Let's see if the defense can make a stand here inside the 10.
So far, number 15's been gashing them pretty good.
Number 15
Not
right
going
up the
anywhere
middle
that
for
time.
nothing. Oh, ball was,
Well, no, he got loose.
I thought he was down.
Well, the whistle never blew, and apparently he broke containment, and the officials are
Still
conferring.
see no call on from the officials. They're saying he's down at the 1 yard
Yeah,
line.
they're marking him down at the 1.
Straight up the middle, he'll be stopped just shy of
Wow.
the goal line. Second
Looking
down
back here on the replay,
Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know how he got through there, but
I don't either.
it's like people laying all over the ground. They didn't get a hold of him, and he kept churning.
Second down and goal for the Eagles at the 1 yard line. Handoff right up the middle, and he falls forward for a
And he's
touchdown
in
for the
touchdown.
Eagles.
So Jackson breaks that on top.
Handoff goes off the
What
left
would be,
side.
quite frankly, a monumental
Touchdown.
upset for a
Jackson.
3-16 to come in here at Torbert Field and come out with a victory. And, of course, there's no need of panicking just yet, but Jackson has drawn first blood. We'll see if they are a kicking team or a two-point team. Looks like there's a T on the field, so young man that kicked off got a good bit of distance on his opening kickoff. Got a bad snap.
Looking to throw for a 2-point conversion, and it's knocked
Tipped
down.
away nicely by Caden Smoot.
Caden Smoot with the defensive play there. Nice hands.
Extra point is no good, and the pass is no good.
Well, that was one positive thing that happened on that.
7:49 to go.
With 7:49 here in the first, the Eagles strike first at 6-0
0.
against the Chambers Academy Rebels. Well, let's see how the offense reacts to that. You know, coming off a bye week like that, getting into real live action again after 2 weeks of no hitting strong. So
You folks that are might be feeling a little edgy about this. If you remember last year in the first round, Snook got up on top 6-0, and Chambers won handily. So
Back to receive for the Rebels. Number
sometimes you just
25,
need those wake-up calls.
13,
Yep.
Jordan Benbrook.
A little disconcerting that they never had a third down, I don't think, except maybe a 3rd and 1.
yeah,
Kicking off for Jackson will be number 52, Durante.
and number 52, Durante Johnson, is kicking off for the Eagles in a different formation than I've seen, Calvin.
Yeah, they used this earlier. I was almost thinking with the situation they're finding themselves in, they might try an onside kick, but
Trying to get their personnel correct out there on the field. And there
he's
they
counting
go.
noses. They need one more, and there he comes. Look for them to break out really quick and kick here.
Kick it down to the 20-yard line where it's taken. Past the 30, up to the 40-yard line, out to the 43-yard line is where the
Number
Rebels.
25,
Nice return.
Yep, we'll take up shop there with their offense.
Across the 40.
With 7:39 here in the first, the Rebels will have their second offensive possession.
Tackle made by
You know, I
number
would think
5,
kick
TJ
coverage would be
Green.
sort of difficult in that
First down,
formation they use.
Chambers.
Yeah, I've not seen that before.
No, we had a little trouble 2 weeks ago with kick coverage on a pooch kick.
Peyton's in the gun. He calls his own number right up the middle. Got some nice yardage out to the 50. He's down to the 40, 30, 20,
And
10, and he is gone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well,
that's a way to respond to that.
That was a nice answer.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Coach Allen's signaling they'll go for 2, or Coach Nesmith is, excuse me. When they have on the same coat and same hat and same set of headphones, I can't tell who's who, but as Coach Nesmith signaling the 2-point play.
That was what a 60-yard run by, close to it, by Peyton.
Yeah, started on the, 42, so that's 58 yards.
58 yards. That's the kind of quick strike offense Chambers is used to right there. Peyton's in the gun for the 2-point conversion. He's got wide receiver out to each side. Hands off to Braxton, looking for a hole up the middle, and he finds
He
it
will go in.
for a 2-point conversion. I have put the score up to the Rebels 8, Jackson Academy 6. with 7:26 left to go here in the first.
Jackson Academy 6.
Well, now you folks can breathe a little easier. Let's see what we can do on defense.
It's good to see the kids getting their feet back underneath them and responding to that.
Peyton Allen gets a nice hug from Rafe Daniel as he comes off the field. Rafe is not dressed out tonight. You know, he missed a good bit of the season with an upper ankle fracture. Came back and played against Bessemer and banged it up a little bit again and banged up his elbow on top of that. We interviewed him after the game. If you all remember, he was pretty banged up. So rested last week. He's resting again tonight. Guess we'll find out if we advance whether he's able to come back.
Number 11, Isaac Gardner, has come on to do some kicking duties here for the Rebels.
Well, that's interesting. Isaac hasn't kicked all year. He's the senior. Let's see what kind of leg he's got.
Checks off the line and kick is off, and it's pushed down to about the 25-yard line where it's picked up.
There goes number 15 again. He's hard to bring down.
Tackled by on number 2, JoJo Hendricks, and number 7, Jake Higgins on the tackle for the Rebels. There's that infamous 50-yard line, Calvin.
We're about to have a John Crowder moment.
I saw him in the crowd earlier.
First down, Jackson.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Shout out to Dr. Crowder, 50-yard line. That means more or less Jackson has started both of their drives in Chambers territory.
Jackson brings the offense to the line with 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to number 15, right up the middle, tackled by Jake Higgins, number 7, and 63.
Goes to number 15.
Jacob Oliver.
Yeah.
To the 46-yard line.
It's good to call Jacob's number out there.
Tackle made by number 7, Jake Higgins.
Still picked up 5 yards, almost.
Jacob Oliver.
5 yards of play will
second down and 6.
I could lead
you
to
a pretty
success.
good ball game.
Yeah. Number 2 on the sweep for Jackson out to the right side for a pickup of about 3 yards.
They'll bring up a big third down.
They'll pick up about 3 yards, bring up third down and 3.
Ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line of the Rebels. Getting close to the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Rebels are up 8-6 against Jackson Academy. Jackson brings the offense up to the line. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Like a quick 15 off the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think he got his first down.
And now goes to number 15.
Had to get to the 40.
Right on the 40.
Yeah, they're going to give him that left foot spot, Calvin.
Tackle made by number 7, Jake Higgins.
Went from just
Number 34,
outside the
Peyton
50 to
Allen.
just inside the 40. That's a little over 10 yards. That's all you
Number
need to
16,
get.
Brody Smoot.
And the Eagles are where they were on the first drive now. They started on the 39 after a Rebel turnover, so they're in familiar territory here. Let's see if the defense can tighten up a little better than they did on the first drive. So far, they've slowed them down some.
Pitch out to number 15, almost snipped out in the backfield, but he finds some room off the left side for about a 2-yard gain.
No, he's going to get close to 5.
There's a little
Is that
laundry.
a penalty?
There's laundry on the field out there.
Yeah, that may help.
Possible holding where it looks like that flag came down now.
They're talking to the Rebels, so now they're looking at Coach Allen. He says take the penalty, so I'm guessing it's going to be against Jackson. It's going to be from the 41.
Holding against the offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So that'll put the ball back on the
Holding
Jackson
the call
side of
against
the
Jackson.
50.
The spot penalty. Back the ball all the way back across midfield to the 49-yard line.
It's going to be first and
22?
21 yards.
21.
21.
Repeat first
Excuse
down.
my math. I was looking for the 51-yard line again. Start off at the 49. Oh, we got Jake Higgins in the backfield. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Ball's loose.
Recovered by the quarterback, number
back.
12. Good pursuit by Smoot and Higgins in the backfield on the quarterback to disrupt that play.
Another negative yardage play. That's what you want.
Recovered by Jackson Academy, but they will lose yardage back to the 43-yard line.
Going to bring 2nd and 20. Now I might do some math on this
Second
one.
down, 27.
Moose says 27. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Moose is better at the math than us.
2nd and 27.
It's not something we call very often. 2nd and 27.
Yeah. It's one of those plays where you got to be careful. Both teams got to be careful. You don't want to give up something foolish, and you don't want to.
The defense can't over pursue, keep
lose
everything
more
in front of
yardage.
them. So. Number 2 for Jackson on the sweep to the right, looking for a hole. He's found some running room.
Oh, somebody got
He's
him from
cut
behind.
down by number 8.
That looked a little scary there for
That
a
was
minute.
Hayden Hurst over there on a great tackle before he got loose.
Today's Hayden's birthday, 16 years old. Happy birthday, Hayden.
Happy birthday, Hayden.
Nice tackle.
They'll pick up yardage back across.
Well, got it down to 3rd and about
36-yard line.
16, 17.
16.
3rd and 16, picked up
Hey,
11.
we're doing pretty good. Calibrated with Moose downstairs.
That play looked like it was going to maybe even score, and he caught him from behind.
Yep.
That was a little scary. Defense looking back to the sidelines for Chambers, see what the call is.
Coming back with the run to the left side, tackled
That's
by
going to be cut off.
Jacob Oliver and Jake Higgins on the tackle.
Kind of ran back into the strength of the Rebel defense. Dijon was there too, so.
It's good to see Dijon out there. He was banged up a little bit in that last game too, wasn't he?
Yeah, got hurt on an offensive play in the honey mustard formation and couldn't play the rest of the game. So,
Well,
Eagles in punt formation.
4th down for the Eagles.
Number 12, Jack Fleming. Back to receive.
Jack Fleming is doing the punting duties here for the Eagles.
Number 34, Braxton Adams.
Snap was wide. He gets the punt off, and it's down to
Well,
right into the end. I was wondering if I was going to make it.
yeah, that was a little scary. It slowed down about the 3-yard line like it was going to stop, but it did make it into the end zone. So Chambers will start out 1st and 10 on the 20.
Ball will be marked at the 20-yard line. 1st down, Chambers.
Peyton Allen standing in there watching it. In his judgment, it was going in the end zone. He was correct. Certainly didn't want to have to go back and
Deal with coach after
tell his
Yeah.
coach and father that he thought it was going in the end zone, but it didn't.
It'll be an uncomfortable conversation, but glad that didn't happen. Well, the Rebels start off 1st down and 10 here in the first quarter with 2:31 left to go, up by 2.
80 yards away.
Hand off to Braxton Allen off the right side. He's wrapped up in the backfield and
Lost the ball again.
dropped the ball. That's 2 fumbles on the evening so far for the Rebels.
On the play recovered by Jackson
For some
Academy.
reason, Braxton's having trouble with ball control. They don't know what's going on with that. That's very unusual.
Very, yes.
And here comes Jackson again, 18 yards away. Turnover bug has bit the Rebels. Need to go over to the sideline, get a little raid or off or WD-40 or something. And here we go, 1st and 10, Eagles.
Jackson brings the offense out on the field. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gives us number 15 right up the middle. It's tackled by a host of Rebels. Can't quite read everybody down there.
He always sticks that ball at him. Hoping at some point in time somebody might just take it from him.
Dijon was in the middle of that. Good to see him out there making a play.
Picked up 4, 2nd and 6. Well, the Rebels have had a 2-play drive with a fumble, a 1-play drive with a touchdown, and a 1-play drive with a fumble. Only had the ball for 4 plays. Up 8-6.
The stat sheet would be kind of misleading here. You saw the yards and score.
Well, the yards are probably about even, but the Offensive plays are way in Jackson's favor.
Sweep to the right by number 3, and
Nice
he's
tackle.
wrapped up right there at the 15-yard line
And he will be tackled
by
number
Braxton
34,
Allen.
Braxton
Makes the tackle.
Allen. Play goes to no gain, brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6 here for
Yeah.
Jackson.
You figure they're in 4-down territory. We don't know about their kicking game because on their extra point they had a
Bad snap.
misconnection on the snap. So we don't know if they
And their punt snap earlier was a little bit wide, so
don't know how their field goal kicking is, but I guess if they get 6 yards here.
be a non-discussion point.
Whoa.
Bottled up in the backfield by Mr. Smoot, tackled in the backfield for
Higgins.
Tackle made on the play by
You know, we've called Jake Higgins' name more and more this year. He's really come of age this season.
Yes, he has. He's started to make a big impact.
Number 7, Jake Higgins.
He is sniffing the plays out and
Brings up 4th
pursuing to
down,
where the ball's going to be at. He knows where it's going. So
Well,
he's
looks like they are going for it.
4th down and 7.
Big 4th down here for the defense. This is one of those plays you look back on at the end of the game and think, well, that was a turning
we're going to
point.
go to the second quarter here.
Poor chain gang. They're going to have to make the trip.
Yep.
I guess the good thing is for the officials, ball is right dead on the 15, so they won't have to worry about
With your score,
half a yard,
your
part of a
Championship
yard,
Rebels,
getting
8,
everything set.
the Jackson Academy Eagles 6.
Well, that was an interesting first quarter to start the playoffs here at Torbert Field.
Jackson, time of possession for Jackson has got to be incredibly high, as Chambers only had the ball for 4 plays. I would dare say the Rebels might not have even had the ball 2 minutes
I don't think they did.
out of that 12 minutes. Ball square on the 15. They have to get to the 9, and it is 4th down when we return.
All right, good job, ladies. Good job.
You mentioned something earlier. You know, we started this off
Fall Festival tomorrow
against, was it
night
Lee
starts
Scott,
at
first
5
game of the
p.m.
season?
We'll have all
Yeah.
kind of activities
under
going
what,
on.
95-degree
And
heat
also, don't forget
and
to go out and
Thunderstorms.
thunderstorms and lightning everywhere,
We
and
have to have orders in by Wednesday.
borderline getting a little frost out here tonight, you know? So
Such as football.
Chambers
Yep.
Academy. Also, plenty of,
I don't think there's going to be any heat
coffee,
timeouts tonight.
Burgers,
No, I don't believe we'll.
hot dogs, nachos, chicken finger baskets, all kinds of good stuff over here at the Rebel Grill.
Moose is
And
talking
don't
up the
forget
Rebel
to
Grill
buy
down
some
there. He's making me hungry. Maybe get some hot chocolate up here at halftime.
They got some good hot chocolate, y'all. I've
Hey,
already
there we go.
sampled it.
Talking about the hot chocolate.
Warm you up real nice. And
Well, you
they
got to
also
think
have
that number
all
15 will be
peanuts,
involved in
all
this
different
play.
types of goodies. Don't forget to buy your
So
ticket.
far, yes, he's had the most touches so far in the first quarter for Jackson.
Jackson has not thrown a pass.
We'll be starting the second quarter. Jackson, 4th down and 7.
Quarterback is what grade? Number 12.
The junior.
Junior quarterback, senior running back.
Jackson brings the offense to the line.
Big play for the Rebel defense. Quarterback checked off.
Got one wide receiver to the left, and number 15. Oh, gets some pursuit by number 30, looking for a pass back across the field,
And
and,
that will
it falls
fall
incomplete.
Harmlessly to the turf.
The Rebels will take over on downs.
Rebel defense dodged a bullet there for the offense.
First down, Chambers.
I think that play kind of broke down there at the beginning. And number 15, Micah Roberts, was just looking for a relief valve, and no one was open.
Well, we told you that play would involve him. Didn't really expect him to be quarterbacking, but let's see if the Rebel offense can get untracked. Get a sustained drive.
Yep. See if Braxton can shake those fumbles off and put a good drive here together for the Rebels. He lines up to Peyton's left. Peyton's got 2 wide receivers out to the right. He fakes it to Braxton, goes right up the middle, and is cut down at the 22-yard line.
Picked up about 7.
Nice pickup on first down by Peyton Allen, the quarterback.
Number 10, Peyton Allen on the quarterback keeper. Tackle made by number 12, Jack Fleming. Play's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Offense.
Second down and 2.
Offense picking up the pace. Whoop.
See what
Must have been some motion because they don't typically stop a play if it's offsides.
Dead ball. Neutral zone infraction.
Unless that happens.
a neutral zone infraction.
That will give Chambers a first down by penalty. We'll take them any way we can get them.
Against Jackson, resulting in a first down, Chambers.
First down for the Rebels at the 31-yard line. 32-yard line, excuse me. No, that's not 27-yard line. I'm way off, sorry. There we go again.
Did it again.
Nice hard count.
Yeah, Peyton's been using that hard count since the 7th grade, and you don't find many people better at it.
Well, now we're at the 32.
Yeah.
Replay first down.
You were just a little psychic there.
Penalty for offsides call against Jackson. First down and 5
Yeah, I could tell he was going to do that hard count. So. Peyton's in the gun, 2 wide receivers to the left, fakes it to Braxton. He goes right up the middle. He's looking for some running rooms out to the 40 and keeps on moving down to the 45, the 46. He's still standing up.
Wow.
Man, he's taking the pile down. Nice hustle by quarterback number 10, Peyton Allen.
Peyton Allen is out across the 40. He'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First down.
Another first down for the Rebels.
Offense lining up, ready to go.
Yep. Braxton Allen's in the backfield alongside Peyton to his left. Peyton's got 2 wide receivers to the top. Looking out to Braxton in the flats. Looking for some running room. Going straight downfield. Good run on the first down. It's about a 9-yard gain. He's almost got first down yardage.
Coach Allen says, "Senior, I'm not afraid to give you the ball. Here it is." And Braxton took it, caught it on a pass, and
Jack Fleming just shy
yep.
of the first
Get him some open running room like that, he's going to go running straight downfield.
had it wrapped up with both hands. He wasn't going to fumble it that time.
Nah.
Second and short.
Peyton takes it away and goes right up the middle, looking for some running room down the right side. He's down to the 20. Looks like they got the angle on him. Oh. And they cut him down at the 10-yard line, it looks like.
Chester, he pulled that ball at the absolute last minute.
Yes, he did.
I didn't realize he still had it until he
see if that ball's marked just inside the 10.
Swept off to the right.
Chambers. First and goal, Chambers.
Chambers offense in the red zone for the first time tonight on a sustained drive.
First and goal for the Rebels. Hands off to Braxton off the left side. He finds an open runner. Touchdown, Rebels.
Braxton Allen, and he's in for the Rebel touchdown.
Good to see Braxton shake those other mistakes off and drive down the field and put some points on the board.
You're a senior. Your coaches are going to have confidence in you, and they're.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No doubt about that. He's been one of the strongest players we have out there all year long.
Rebels will go for 2, put them up by 2 scores if they can convert. Don't know what the formation is here.
Well, Braxton's looking for a hole.
Started and he got in.
He found it for a 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion is
so
good.
That means Jackson now has to score twice.
To go in the second quarter.
That's always handy.
10:09 here in the second quarter. The Rebels are up 16-6 against the Jackson Academy Eagles. Get a little more breathing room there. Make all the fans here at Torbert Field a little more comfortable about that.
If I had to guess, Chester, I'd say Peyton Allen was over 100 yards rushing already.
Yeah, after that, the first touchdown run.
He had a 58-yarder, and then he had probably a.
Rebel fans here tonight, but I don't hear them.
He's close to 100.
30-yarder.
All right.
And
Getting ready to kick off for the Chambers Academy Rebels, number 11, Isaac Gardner.
well, Gardner will kick off again for Chambers.
That's the receive for Jackson.
Well, he's tagging out now. Peyton Allen will kick off.
Along with number 15, Michael Roberts.
He'll move the ball in the tee to a spot he's more accustomed to. Take a really short drop. These kickers are taking short drops tonight. Now he'll back up. More of a conventional formation.
Yeah. Peyton checks off on the line.
He's counting noses.
Little pooch kick down to about the 32-yard line, where they take it, running up the left side, and it's tackled out of bounds by number 7, Jake Higgins.
Ball is returned out across, not to the 40-yard line.
Jake is sniffing these plays out here on defense.
Torbert, along with number 7, Jake Higgins.
Same kick in the same spot that got taken back last week to turn that game
First
around. I'm
down
glad
and
we were
10,
able to
Jackson.
contain them this time.
Yeah. I wouldn't have. That was a bad little vision there. What happened a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, but don't like having flashbacks like
No.
that.
Looking for some running room for Jackson off the left side. That number 15 is hard to tackle.
Yeah, he doesn't go down easy.
And off goes the middle for no gain.
Kind of like what you might think Jordan Benbrook would be like in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Always going forward and always churning.
I think they're going to give him maybe a half a yard on that. Second down, and
Well, still calling it 10 on the scoreboard.
we'll call a second down and 10. Number 12, quarterback on the run up to the left side for, I think they're going to give him about 3 yards.
Number 12, Jack Fleming. He'll be out to about the 43-yard line.
Third down and
Picks up
7.
3 yards. Brings up third down and 7.
Good eye there, Chester.
Hey, I'm coming off the bye week too, Calvin. I got to get ready for this, you know. Cold and everything else, you know. So Jackson's looking for their first pass of the game. He's rolling out to the right, looking for number 3, and
First down.
Peyton Allen with the tackle
Pass is complete to number 3.
down to the 41-yard line, which is enough for a first down for the Eagles. They're in Rebels territory now with 8:37 here in the second.
Peyton Allen. First down, Jackson.
Peyton had some good coverage on there, just mistimed the swipe of that ball out of the receiver's hand. That was a first pass for Jackson.
Yeah, it's been a good defensive stand thus far. It's still an opportunity to be a good defensive stand. We'll just have to hold them this time.
Hand off to number 2 off the left side, looking for a little running room. He finds about 5 yards off the left side. Number 2,
Talk about 54.
Number 2, Blake McKay on the carry.
Blake
Tackle
McKay.
number 54,
That's,
senior Trent Thompson.
Trent Thompson is the
Play picks
tackler
up
there.
About 4 yards, brings up second down and 6.
Higgins comes out for Oliver, and Thompson comes out. Jake Waldrop counted heads and said we got too many, so he sent 2 out and got 1 in. And Jackson may be passing again here.
Takes a snap, number 15, right up the middle, and
It's going to be 3rd and short.
And now
about a
goes to number
3-yard
15,
gain.
Michael Roberts. Number 63, junior Jacob Oliver, in on the tackle.
Probably
Third-
four down territory, I would think, if they don't make it here.
yeah. 3rd down and 3 for the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Down 2 scores. Loser goes home.
Yeah.
One of these teams will not have a next week.
Jackson has one wide receiver out to each side. Number 15 is a lone running back. Goes right off the left side, and looks like they're going to spot him close to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be right on the first down.
See where that foot's at.
Handoff goes up the middle, will actually lose a yard.
No.
And there's a contact made at the bottom of the pile by number 63, Jacob Oliver.
I believe it's going to be a first down if they measure it. Or
Brings up
even
fourth
if
down
they
and
don't,
3.
they are going to measure it. But if it's not a first down, it'll be fourth and so short that they'll certainly go for it.
Actually, the ball is marked a little bit farther forward, I should say.
It's enough for a first down for the Jackson Academy Eagles.
First down, Jackson.
Got it by the length of the football.
As the chain gang gets set, clock starts rolling, getting close to the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. The Rebels are up 16-6 against the Jackson Academy Eagles. Quarterback's under center, hands off. Oh, fake play action pass down to number 3 was the intended target.
Something happened with him and Braxton. I don't know what, but
Yeah.
we'll see if it's a defensive or an offensive penalty. If I read his hand signals correctly, it's going to be a hold.
Holding on the deep. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So it's going to bring up a first down
Holding
for
call
Jackson.
against the Rebels. That'll bring up a first down. The ball will be marked at the 20-yard
Jackson
line.
is putting a decent drive here together here.
Back in the red zone.
Yeah. Close to it. They're right there at the.
They've been on the red zone and on every possession they've had so far. Started in the red zone last possession, and the defense held. We'll see what we can do here.
We've got one wide receiver out to the right. They hand it off to number 2 off the left side for about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Number 2, Blake McKay. He's down inside the 20. He marked at about the 18-yard line. Brings up second down and 7.
Get a big line surge every time they run.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, the time of possession is just overwhelming here for the Eagles in the first half so far. Again, number 2 on the sweep out to the left side.
It's going to be close.
For about another 3 yard gain, looks like.
Yeah.
He goes around left end and picks up about 2 yards.
That's going to be a little shy of 5 yards. The stick down marker hadn't settled yet, but it looks like it's going to be about 4 yards out.
It'll bring up a third down and 4.
3rd and 4 here for the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Line to gain is the 11.
Number 15, Micah Roberts, is the lone running back for the Eagles. And they hand off to him right off the right side, and he's got enough for the first down.
Inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal for the Eagles. Keep in mind they won the toss. We won the toss and took the ball, turned it over, so Jackson will have the ball to begin the third quarter.
And there goes the play clock. I was watching it. Didn't seem like it started when they set the chains, but everything's rolling fine now. Hand off again to number 2. They're liking that play off the left side, Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
Finding some opportunity over there.
Brody Smoot almost caught him from behind that time.
Down to about the 8 yard line.
Tackle made on the play by number 55, junior Dean Sheffield.
We don't have anybody missing over there, so
Yeah.
it's kind of odd. That's the side that Bessemer ran to a lot as well.
The Eagles are using a lot of the play clock here, and we're getting close to the 3-minute mark here.
Yeah, this definitely would be their game plan, I'm sure, is to use clock and stay close.
Yep. Tackle by number 35 slowed him down there in the backfield.
Rebels are saying we have the ball. Peyton Allen comes out with it.
Oh, flag coming out. Dijon Darden stopped him in the backfield, and now we got a flag on the play. A lot of action out
It's
going
going
on
to
right
be
now.
after the play, which could give the first down to.
No gain, but we have a flag on the play.
Sportsmanlike conduct against the defense. Half distance to go. Second down.
I didn't see what happened there. Here's some.
Should be third down, though, because it was after the play.
I don't know who they called that on. Maybe been some language or something down there. I didn't see any.
Coach Allen needs to check on the down. That was a dead ball, so that should be third down.
Inside the 5 brings up second down and go.
Somebody needs to check that down. Well, they're going to get an extra play here.
Yeah, it looks like it. The infamous 5th down.
Yeah, because that was a dead ball foul. That was after the play was stopped, and it was third down.
Oh, number 15 looking for
He's
some
gonna
running room
score
off the
easily.
right side, and he finds the corner of the end zone.
Not very easily, but he did score.
Handoff goes around right in, and he's in for the.
Well, Jackson Academy scores here with 2:33 left to go in the first half.
Putting a little pressure on the Chambers offense to try to score with the time they have left. Otherwise, they'll be kicking off to Jackson with less than a touchdown lead.
That was a little bit of an unsettled play there. I don't think everybody was quite set or ready for that, and confusion on what down it was, but Jackson capitalized on that and scored, and they've got their extra point team out there. Let's see how the snap goes. That's what they've been having problems with. Oh,
Well,
little bobble up there, and
goodness.
he is smothered in the backfield.
You know, you got to figure, Chester, that
with 2:33 to go.
after a full season, that
First half.
if that were happening every time they kicked an extra point, they wouldn't be kicking. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the snap.
Eagles 12.
They're having some real snap troubles.
Remind everyone about the
So
big
Chambers will
sale.
maintain a 4-point lead. What that boils down to is each team scored twice. Jackson has failed to convert, and Chambers has converted both times. So 2 2-point conversions is your difference here.
Support of Chambers Academy.
2.5 minutes.
Don't forget our fall festival tomorrow night, starting at 5 o'clock. All different types of games, great food. We'll have a chili cooking contest and a baking contest. Be sure to make your way out tomorrow night and have a lot of fun.
It's like Benbrook and Caden Smoot will go back to receive this kick.
Benbrook and Smoot are back deep, and number, who's that, 50?
It's Benbrook and Caden Smoot.
And 52, Durante Johnson's doing the kicking duties for the Eagles from Jackson Academy. Smoot takes the ball. He's out to the 30, and he's looking for some running room up the right side.
There he
He's at
goes.
40,
There he goes.
the 50. Hey, he's got it. He's the 30, 20, 10.
25, Caden Smoot.
Touchdown, Caden Smoot.
He's in.
I don't see any flags.
No
It was
flags.
good. That's what the
You
offense.
know, he almost got a loose with that last kickoff. Got up to the 42.
85 yards on the kickoff return.
He waited patiently and found some holes on the right side and ran it right down the right side. The kicker didn't have the angle on him, and Smoot took it to the house.
And it's like Chambers will go for 2. Trying for a 12-point lead. It's been a big play night for the Rebels. Not many sustained drives. We've had a 1-play touchdown and a kickoff return and 1 sustained drive. The rest of the time we've been on defense the whole time. Whoop.
Peyton takes his right up the middle, and they're going to call him short.
There.
And the 2-point conversion.
Just a hair short of that 2-point conversion.
Got in there.
To go in the half.
Well, with 2:17 left to go here in the first half, the Rebels are up 22-12 against the Jackson Academy Eagles here in the first round of the playoffs.
Everybody look at Macy Harmon. Tell him, Macy.
The crowd's getting into it here now. The Rebels have extended that lead out to 10 points.
Crowd a little more involved now.
Yep. Getting the juices flowing out there on this cool evening here in Lafayette, Alabama.
Well, any of those good hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, chicken finger baskets, nachos.
We appreciate all the fans coming out and bundling up for tonight and watching some good football here, Calvin.
Yeah, got to be careful here. 2 minutes.
Yes. They get the ball. Yeah, you're right.
2 weeks ago, we tied the game with 2 minutes to go and ended up down 2 touchdowns at halftime.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can exercise those demons.
Let's see if we're going to still continue to pooch that kick down to.
Really a quick strike team like Bessemer was.
Nah, Bessemer had a high-powered passing offense. Let's see what Peyton can do here on the kickoff. He checks off and he's going to kick it to the left side. And number 9 downs it at the 41-yard line.
That was a
Caden Smoot.
Kickoff is returned by number 9,
Cameron Thomas, freshman.
Probably a surprise right there. I had no idea. I was looking to the right side, but they will set up shop there at the 41-yard line with 2:13 left to go here in the first.
Keep giving them these short fields. That's just about this whole game's been played on the Chambers side of the 50 with the exception of the one drive that we had for a touchdown.
Number 2 on the sweep to the left side, and he found some running room out to the 50-yard line. Should bring up 2nd down and 1. And they got this right on the 50.
That play continues to work.
Yep.
Shout out to John Crowder, number 2 on the 50-yard line.
We're under the 2 minute mark here, and
I don't think either team's used a timeout. So
nope, they all have their full set of timeouts. For the second pass play of the game, broken up by number 25, Mr. Smoot.
Nice pass break up there.
Caden Smoot on the pass breakup stops the clock with 1:29 here to go in the first half.
Well,
3rd and 1.
Suddenly it's 3rd down. They've got to pay attention to getting the chains moved first.
Yep. Third down and 1. Jackson brings the offense to the line. Oh,
he didn't make it.
Nice containment by number 7, Jake Higgins. Had number 15 running back into the defensive line. Nice play.
Somebody took a timeout, I guess, because the clock stopped.
Number 55, Dean Sheffield. The play will lose back to the 48-yard
nice
line.
Defensive stand there by the Rebels.
Jackson.
I'm supposing that Coach Allen took a timeout.
Timeout. Chambers.
Yep. So Coach is going to try to get the ball back.
We'll see what they're going to do here on 4th down.
Conceivable, I guess they could go for it.
Well, with their snapping issues we've seen throughout the first half, I don't know if you would want to risk that.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting choice. I mean, that sweep to the left's been getting 3 or 4 yards every time, and they need 3. Sort of a long 3, but they need 3. They need the 49, and they're on the 52 and a half.
52 and a half? I'm making an influence on you.
I was trying to see if you would catch me when I said that. They're on the 47 and a half. Just checking.
Yeah, making sure I'm awake over here.
See if you're on your toes.
Yeah, I'm not frozen yet, so. Let's see if we can get this crowd up. I think everybody's sitting on their hands right now.
What you may see here is a long snap count. See if they can draw Chambers off sides.
Well, Smoosh getting the crowd right into this.
Well, they're not in punt formation. So
let's see how they're going to play this one.
We'll see if this timeout was a wise one or not.
Number 15, the lone running back.
Well, they did snap it.
They're looking for a pass out to number 15, and it drops in there for first down and some more, and they pushed him out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It looks, they're calling him back at the
32. Stepped out on the, timeout kind of bit us there. I believe Jackson would have been content with running the clock out.
Again, number 15 involved in the offensive play there for Jackson Academy.
This has kind of been a Murphy's Law game. What could go wrong has gone wrong. Yet the Rebels maintain a 10-point lead. Play went out of bounds and stopped the clock. Only took 10 seconds. And here come the Eagles, 32-yard line.
Quarterback's under center. One running back. Hands off number 15, right up the gut. Found some running room. And he's going to go in. Cuts back. He's in.
Yep.
Touchdown for the Eagles.
Wow.
And they're in for the touchdown.
And they get the ball first, don't forget. Of course, the Rebels have a minute left. It's kind of amazing here. You know, you play a team that's 3-7, and they've got nothing to lose, but the longer you leave them in a ball game, the more they begin to believe in themselves, and then you start having doubts and second thoughts. And they're going to go for 2.
That'll cut the difference down if they make it here just to 2 points.
Obviously, you can look for a sweep to the left here. He's got number 2 right there beside him. They're probably going to snap it to him, looks like.
I wonder if they haven't. They may have had too many people in the backfield.
I don't think he made it. Jackson,
they're calling him in.
He did make it.
I
think you got a flag over there.
I think there's too many people in the backfield, Calvin.
There's a flag on the 3-yard line that no one seems to have tended to. I don't know if it fell out of his pocket or.
That was a direct snap to number 15.
I think you may be right. That might have been a formation problem. Because they have respotted the ball on the 7-yard line.
They're going to confer with Coach Allen on what is going on here.
I guess they're giving him the option of taking it on the kickoff. I wouldn't think you'd want to do that.
Illegal formation by the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go right back at it.
Yeah. I don't know what. I'm assuming they fixed whatever the formation problem was.
Now they're still working on it over there on that left side. So now they're going to look for a pass play to.
Well, that was easy.
Number 2, Blake.
And we got another flag over here.
And we have
Peyton pulled that off of a player out there, that red flag, but there's a actual
there's a penalty
yellow
flag on about the 2. And the way the Jackson players are reacting, I believe it's against them again. Could be the same penalty.
Yep.
Eligible man downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay
Well.
try.
Learning a lot here tonight on some of these penalty calls.
Yeah. I'm guessing what happened there is they made one of those guys become a lineman, make that formation legal, and then he went downfield.
Well, it looks like they're out of field goal or extra point range, Calvin. So they're going to have to go for
keep
2.
going for 2.
Let's see what they dial up here. If it's going to be a regular formation we're used to seeing, or nope.
No, same thing.
Peyton intercepted there and denied him the 2-point conversion.
Well, the 4-point lead holds up.
Yep. With 59 seconds left to go here in the first half, the Rebels still hold a 4-point lead against the Jackson Academy Eagles, 22-18.
Yeah. Not thinking you're going to see a kick to Smoot this time.
No. Now, remember now the Eagles get the ball in the beginning of the second half.
Right.
So let's see how Coach Allen decides if he wants to take it to the field house or try to get some quick strike hits on with the offense. But this must be a typical kickoff formation for the Eagles, because the first kickoff of the game, the Rebels lined up the way they did right up on the line.
Yeah.
So this must be their.
You know, you always have the
kicking
option,
off,
I guess, out of that formation to do an onside. Of course, you wouldn't think they'd do that here.
Nah, not with 1 minute left to go. And they're trying to.
No, they're. I guarantee you, they're happy to be down 4.
Number 52, Durante Johnson is the kickoff duties. We've got Jordan Benbrook and Smoot deep. Whoa.
Guess that's one of the variations they have for that play.
Wow, that's a interesting move there.
Well, they did do an onside. Got to get on the ball.
Oh. Ball's recovered by Jackson.
Well, that was definitely a mental lapse.
Yep. Hayden Hurst dove forward for the ball and missed it.
Well, everybody just let the ball go by. It was like I thought it was, like the play we saw at Success Unlimited, where they didn't realize it was a live ball.
Yep.
Everybody's
Right
waiting
in
on somebody
between
else
two
to go
Rebels
get it.
and
Now, all of a sudden, with all 3 timeouts, the Eagles are once again in Chambers territory with a chance to go into the halftime with a lead and get the ball.
Yep. Spotting the ball at the 44-yard line of the Rebels with 59 seconds left to go here in the first half. 3 timeouts for the Eagles, 2 for the Rebels. Timeouts.
And they are playing with a lot of offensive confidence right now.
Yes, they are. Throwing in a lateral. Oh. Wow.
That's going to cause a loss of yardage, I think, because
that was a
lateral.
Yeah. From my vantage point, that looked like a.
Fleming's pass falls incomplete, brings up second down.
Well,
they're calling it a forward pass out of bounds.
Sure looked like a lateral.
Yeah. Looking at the replay there.
We've already let the replay go by. No, all right, throws from the 50. Yeah, and it went out of bounds right at the 50.
That's pretty close. Jackson's probably lucky there's not an instant replay on the field, but. Moving on.
Lucky you didn't have the same ref we had 2 weeks ago that said it was a lateral.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. 53 seconds left to go here in the second. Eagles have 2 wide receivers to each side. Quick slant to number 2 in the middle. Lateral back to number 15. Jay Kiggin on the pursuit, and he's still down running, and he's out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Well, you know, you're 3 and 7. What do you got to lose, Chester?
They're playing with everything. They're letting it all hang out on the field.
And they're keeping the ball out of the hands of the Chambers offense, which
That's
is
right.
definitely the key to defeating the Rebels.
First down, Eagles.
That was enough for a first down for the Eagles. And the clock stopped as he went out of bounds. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. The Eagles are now inside the 30-yard line. Sweep to number 2 off the left side, looking for some running room. They have found a lot of success on that left side over there, Calvin.
I think they took a timeout.
And off goes to number 2, Blake McKay. Tackle made by number 34.
It's a first down, but I think they also took a timeout.
Will be marked down around the 20-yard line.
Yep.
So they'll have 2 timeouts left, 20 yards to go, and 34 seconds to do it in.
Can't take them timeouts with you, so might as well use them. But
well, that's I think their first one.
Yep.
34.2 seconds to go before the half.
There's going to be some interesting discussions here at halftime with the Rebels.
Yeah. You know, the conventional wisdom all year has been that the teams in the other division seem to be a little more talented. And when you got number 4 this close to number 1, maybe they are. Be interesting to hear what some of the other scores are. You got Pickens at Wilcox, Cornerstones at Crenshaw, and Abbeville is at Southern.
We'll do a little search here at halftime and update everybody on those scores as we get them. As the first round of playoffs has started today, so we'll get everybody updated on scores across the region. But right now we've got a 1st and 10 for the Eagles with 34 seconds left to go here in the first half.
There goes number 2,
Number 2 off the left side again, and he's wrapped up and pushed out of bounds by number 10, Peyton Allen.
And I thought they'd run the clock, but they didn't.
They're actually going to call him out of bounds.
Most of the time you're going to get
He's going to be knocked out of bounds for a 1-yard
most of the time you're going to get a ruling that was inbounds when
pushed out of bounds by number 25,
when there's a lot of dancing around over there. That would have cost them a timeout.
Yep. Down to 25 seconds here in the end of the first half. The Rebels are up 22-18 against the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Got to figure you're going to see a pass. Well, they got 2 timeouts. You might not see a pass here, but I would think you would.
Yep.
2nd and 11.
That play clock is getting very dangerously low. We're down to 3 seconds, and they get the snap off barely. And counter run play number 15 again, and he sneaks in for a touchdown.
And off goes number 15, Michael Roberts. He's in.
For only the 3rd time, Chambers is going to trail at halftime. And it's because they've once again given up 2 touchdowns in the last minute of the first half. Kind of a disturbing trend when 2 weeks in a row you've given up 2 touchdowns to close out a half.
Yeah, a lot of energy right now on the Jackson sideline.
They've had the ball basically the entire first half.
Timeout. Jackson.
And they'll take a timeout to play in their 2-point play.
Jackson.
You know, the real shame with that onside kick, had Chambers recovered it, they'd have had the ball right at midfield and could have pushed that lead back out. Now as it stands, they're going to trail, and they're giving the ball to an offense to start the 3rd quarter that they haven't been able to stop.
Yes. And it's been consistently off about 3 plays they've been running. The the Rebels defense just doesn't have an answer right now.
Well, Coach Allen's good at making adjustments at halftime, and we shall see. One thing we got to figure a way to do is kick the ball deep enough to make them start.
We're using the whole field. We've been giving them a
less than
short
60,
field.
yeah, they've had 50 and 60-yard drives all the way down to a 30-yard drive and a
18-yard drive one.
Yeah.
Well, we're ready for the two-point conversion here. Oh, they're going to go for a.
They're going to try to kick it. They
got to watch a fake here.
Got the kickoff guy in kicking.
That snap's been some trouble for Jackson. Good snap.
Right then.
Kick is up. And, oh, it bounces in off the right upright and in.
I thought it bounced on the other side.
It bounced right and fell in. So
I could tell it hit the upright. Man, when things are going right, Chester, they're going right.
They are following the way of Jackson right now. So right now it's 25 to 22. Jackson is up with 18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
13 points in a row for the Eagles, all within the last 59 seconds of the first half. Well, no, take that back. The first touchdown was a little earlier than that.
Well, let's see what kind of kick formation Jackson has up their sleeve.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see anything returnable. Got the Allen Cousins back to return.
Number 52, Durante Johnson again on for the kicking duties for Jackson.
Everybody bunched up in the middle. If he tagged one just to the right,
yep, there's a lot of room.
Create another situation. Yeah, the Rebels will spread out.
They got to watch that play clock as it's getting low again.
Yeah, I think he'll get it off.
Oh, that. Yeah. Braxton Allen on the pickup and looking for some running room, and he gets it out to about the 36-yard line.
Well, Chambers with 2 timeouts.
13 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Ordinarily you'd play safe here, but I'm not sure there is a safe when you don't have a next week.
Nope.
So we'll see.
Everybody's 0-0 and single elimination, so you got to leave it all on the field. Peyton Allen brings the offense to the line. He's got a wide receiver to the one to the right and 2 to the left, and Braxton's lined up beside him. Fake it to Braxton. Peyton's looking downfield. A wheel route out to broken up by number 3 by Jackson.
Allen's pass falls incomplete, brings up
That took about half the time. You think maybe now they might just try a running play and see if they can get somebody loose.
Yeah, I don't even see a number 3 on the roster for Jackson. .9 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rebels are looking for the call from Coach Allen.
And it comes in with 16 seconds on the play clock.
Peyton's in the gun. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Braxton lines up to his left.
4.
Gets the play off. And Peyton calls his own number right up the middle, looking for some running room. And he's down at the...
And that's your half.
Wow.
With your score.
A lot of emotion over there on the Jackson Academy.
Fired up bunch of Jackson Eagles as they go into the half with a lead. Jackson 25, Chambers 22. And the Rebel offense has been stymied because they haven't had the ball. Haven't had the ball at all.
They can't get any flow going.
We've had 1 sustained drive. one kickoff return and one long one-play drive. And they've been up and down the field.
And they've scored each time on our turnovers.
Yep.
So
I think they punted once, and we held them on downs once.
well,
So,
let's
not the best type of football.
No,
That victory over Tuscaloosa seems many moons ago at this point, doesn't
yes, sir, it does.
Our varsity cheerleaders include Miss Maddie Reese,
Well, we're going to get a little entertainment here from the
Natalie Lovelace,
Chambers Academy cheerleaders.
Kaylin Keebler,
I think I'm going
Lindsay
to
Fuller,
While we do that, we'll take a break.
take a break and
Jamie
catch up on
Clark.
some scores across the region, and we'll be back with you here in a few minutes.
All-American Clay Allen,
So enjoy the halftime festivities. Grab you something to eat, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Kendall Talbot,
All right, we are back live here at Torbert Field. 2 minutes left in the half, and Chambers is trailing in this first round quarterfinal playoff game by a score of 25-22 to the Jackson Eagles. We do have scores from the other 1A games. There are 4 games tonight. Number 1 seed Crenshaw on the other side of the state is taking care of Crenshaw by a score of 42-0. Wilcox is defeating Pickens 21-0, and Southern leads Abbeville 21-6. If all those scores hold up, then the winner of this game would play the winner of the Wilcox-Pickens game. Wilcox will get to host the game at home if Jackson is victorious. Those teams have already played this year. Of course, Chambers would host Wilcox if the Rebels can come back and take care of business here tonight. Wilcox is one of the teams on the other side of the state, along with Crenshaw, that everybody's had their eye on all year. Crenshaw right now is number 2 in the sports writer poll, and Wilcox is number 3, and the Rebels are number 5. And so here you have it, folks. Once again, 2 touchdowns in the last minute and some change of the first half for the second week in a row has put Chambers behind the 8 ball. Not quite as bad as 2 weeks ago, because the game was tied 2 weeks ago when Bessemer got the 2 touchdowns, but Chambers was up 10 and now trails by 3 as a result of the 2 touchdowns given up by the Rebel defense at the end of the first half. Of course, all momentum at this point in time would seem to be with the Eagles. They come running out of the field house, bouncing and dancing around as the Rebels come out, hopefully with a taking care of business attitude. And we are 24 minutes away from one team advancing and one team season coming to an end. First half, Chester, was a story of short 1-play drives for the Rebels. 1 sustained drive was all the Chambers offense had. The rest of the time, the Jackson offense has controlled the ball, and we just asked Phil Slay if he kept time of possession. He does not. But in that first 24 minutes, they had to have had the ball 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes, yeah. They have kept the offense for the Rebels off the field, and they have controlled this game. The score is even a little bit misleading.
Yeah, I mean, Chambers has scored on a 1-play run by Peyton Allen, a 85-yard kickoff return by Caden Smooch, and then 1 sustained offensive drive where Braxton Allen scored. And half has been extended by 3 minutes. We got 2.5 minutes to go. Chambers has to kick off. They won the toss, took the ball, had the ball 2 plays, turned it over. Jackson scored. At that point in time, it looked like it might be a little bit of a fluke like it was last year when Snook got out ahead of us. But this hasn't been a fluke. This team came to play. They've taken chances. They can afford to take chances. They're
Is Rafe, like he's dressing out, number 23.
They are 3-7. Well, I guess he figured Rafe Daniel has come out in uniform.
Him being a senior, this could,
I mean, he's not going to sit on the sidelines if this is his last game. So Daniel has come out to try to fire the team up.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll see if he's going to get in the game or he's just out there trying to get the team routed up.
Chambers has got to flip this possession somehow, because they are kicking off to start the second half, and they are 3 points down. So they've got to flip the possession. Jackson flipped the possession early on, and it stayed flipped the whole game, basically.
All right, Rebel fans, get on your feet. Let's get started. Second half's about to kick off.
Well, we're about ready to get this second half underway here in the first round of the playoffs. We're coming to you live from Torbert Field in Lafayette, Alabama, on the campus of Chambers Academy.
1 half to play.
Jackson Academy Rebels are up 25-22 against Chambers Academy.
And this winner of this game plays the winner of Wilcox and Pickens. Wilcox up in that game in the first half, 21-0. We were just looking back at Jackson's schedule. They started out 2-0, ended up 3-6. So they did not finish well, but they have certainly done well here tonight.
And they have a lot of energy on that sideline over there. So let's see how the Rebels play this kickoff and see if they kick it deep or if they continue to pooch it down to about the 30-yard line.
Or would they dare to try an onside kick?
Well,
Sets a kickoff for the Rebels, number 10, Peyton Allen.
Jackson's been starting on the 50 anyway, pretty much.
yeah, Jackson's played with the short field all evening so far. Let's see if we can make them earn a little more yards. So Peyton's ready to check off on the line, and kick is up. And it's pooched down to about the, dives right there at the 26-yard line where it's picked up by number 2 for maybe a 1-yard return.
Well, that's a good way to start. That ball went just slap dead.
Yep.
It hit the ground and stopped. And
Number 2, Blake McKay on the return. And it's a contact made by number 30, Cade Tarver.
Jackson will start off at the 27-yard line.
Ball's going to be marked at the 32.5-yard line. First down, Jackson.
no, he said 32.5. It's 27.5. Even Moose is human.
Yes.
It's the 27.5, not the 32 if you heard that in the background.
Well, Jackson's got one wide receiver far off to the left, and they hand it right up the middle to number 15. He's been the stalwart of the entire Jackson offense so far.
And they didn't get him down. They just stopped his forward progress. He never did go down.
Yep.
Play's going to pick up maybe a yard. Second down and
Micah
9.
Roberts has been in on just about every offensive play so far for the Jackson Academy Eagles. Even took a Wildcat down here earlier play for Jackson. So let's see if the Rebel defense can hang on here and stop the Jackson offense. Hands off to number 2 on the left, going up the left side sweep there, and he's corralled at the.
Stretched it out better than we did in the first half.
Yep. Peyton Allen on the tackle.
But no gain. Brings up third down and 9.
Well, a big early third down in the third quarter.
Yep. 3rd and 9. Faces the Jackson Academy Eagles here.
Those of you that are just joining us, if you are, with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half, Chambers had a 10-point lead. Took a timeout. It was 4th down, and they thought Jackson was punting. Jackson went for it, scored, kicked an onside kick, and scored again. So here comes that cutback, but they got it sniffed it out, I think.
We got to wait till he goes down.
Defense is held.
Yep.
You're right. Got to get him down.
Delayed handoff around the right side. Out to about the 31-yard
There was
line. Play picks up maybe.
Host of Rebels tackled on that one and brings that 4th down.
That's exactly what Chambers needed. Get a 3 and out.
Yep.
And that flips the possession back.
And Jackson's had a little bit of trouble this evening on snaps, so let's see how the long snapper gets it off here.
Got a good snap.
Yep. Quite a delayed punt there. And it's Chambers gonna let it bounce down to
about the 31.
They're gonna call it down to 31.
Ball's on the road there at the 31-yard line. First down, Chambers.
About a 40, right at 40-yard kick, which is what you kind of aim for in high school.
Yep. Rebel offense will start off here in the second half from the 31-yard line with 9 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. They're down by 3 points, 22-25. Peyton Allen's in the gun, the quarterback. Braxton Allen's lined up side his left with 2 wide receivers out to Peyton's right. Jordan Benbrook's in motion. Peyton fakes the handoff and runs right up the right side for about a 4-yard gain on first down. It'll set up second down and 6 for the Rebels.
Play will pick up about 5 yards. Second down and 5, Chambers.
Temperature's dropping quite a bit out here tonight, Calvin.
As long as we keep that door shut, we do all right. But when the door gets open, we'll get a good nor'easter coming in here.
brisk wind from the north. But second down, and they're going to call it 5 for the Rebels. Hand off to Braxton off the left side, looking for a cutback. He's got it. He's got some running room. He's out across the 50, down to the 41-yard line for Braxton Allen.
Nice run there by the senior.
He'll be marked down at the 40-yard line.
They're going to give him the 40-yard line.
Touchdown, Chambers.
See if this offense can get some momentum going. Kids are getting fired up out there.
Offense has not been the problem, Chester. We've moved the ball well.
We just haven't had much, yeah.
I mean, probably had it 4 minutes in the first half. We've already had it a minute and a half in this quarter.
Peyton's bringing the guys to the line. Got 2 wide receivers to his right. Braxton's off to his left in the backfield. Calls for the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking for a running room up the middle. And he finds a nice gain on first down for
Peyton Allen on the quarterback.
4 yards, maybe.
3 or 4.
Depends on where that spot's at.
Down at 7.
It's going to be a 3-yard gain.
Yeah. They'll take the left foot on that one. We haven't called Josh Holliday's number so far tonight. See if he gets in the action. He's lined up
over here to the left.
Peyton has his quarterback designed all the way. He's got some speed on him. He's getting down to the 10, 5, touchdown, Rebels!
And Chambers takes the lead.
For the Rebel touchdown.
Nice play call there. That was Peyton designed all the way.
Officials talking to Connor Gregory there. I don't know what about. Don't know if they were telling him to do something a little different next time or what, but he nodded his head as though he understood what they were saying.
We'll ask him after the game what was going on out there.
Yeah.
Well, that score's got this crowd here at Torbert Field fired up.
Chambers will go for 2. Try to go up by 5.
Benbrook and Braxton Allen are in the backfield for Peyton.
Play clock less than 10. And they had to burn a timeout. That's a shame.
Yep.
Close game like this, you like to keep those timeouts.
Chambers.
Yep. Coach Allen is
Timeout on the field, Chambers. They're first
letting the guys know how he feels about that. And that was a good bit of momentum shift there in the game here. Get the Rebels to go down and score. Take the lead back again.
Yeah. Either way, you're up by 3, which in case somebody tried a field goal, you'd be in good shape, but you want to get up by 5 if you can. That way,
must have a touchdown.
If they score, that leaves you more options than it does them. And in 4 minutes, we've had the lead change. And a temperature change.
Yep. We're getting, got to be close to 40 degrees with a night. It's a steady breeze out here.
Rebel offense takes the field. Benbrook will be the look like blocking back if they go to Braxton. Last time they ran a 2-point, they were.
Hands off to Braxton off the left side, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. And I don't see any flags out there.
Nope. It's good.
Got somebody shaking up for the Eagles.
7:58 to go in the third quarter.
Number 52 for the Eagles gets up a little bit slow.
Taking the lead.
Rebels are up by 5.
The Jackson Academy.
So we'll see what the defense can do. They made some defensive adjustments that worked well on that first series.
So with 7:58 here to go in the third quarter, the Rebels are now up 5, 30-25 against the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Fans, let's get loud.
Got to think we'll kick deep again. That seemed to work well, putting them back a little further back.
Yeah. You're going to have to make them earn their
change
yards.
changed their offensive philosophy a little bit because they were on the 27. They've been starting on our 27, seems like.
Yeah. That first half, they started, I mean, it was a short field for them just about every possession. Peyton Allen's going to be doing the kicking duties again for the Rebels. Peyton kicks the ball, line drive down to the 20-yard line where he takes it. Nice containment by the special teams there.
34, that's.
Yep. Hayden Hurst did a good job of leading the runner back into the pursuit there and contain him down at the
number 8,
30. They're going to spot him at the 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Jackson Academy Eagles with 7:49 here in the third. Rebels are up 30-25. See if the defense can get another 3 and out here for the Rebels.
Main object is just don't let them score.
Yeah, they can run the timeout all they want.
Oh, he almost dropped that.
Number 2 is looking for a running room, and he's trying to find a hole, dancing around back there, and he's corralled by the defensive line for.
That play got off to a bad start because he bobbled the ball and he lost his timing. Those sweeps are all about timing. And by then, Brody Smoot had blown up the timing.
By the entire Rebel defense brings up second down and 14.
Brody's trying to get the crowd fired up. Second down and 14 for the Eagles.
It's going to be a pass.
Looking downfield to number 15, overthrowing him.
Another big third down coming up.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:55 here. Put a stop to this
big third down play here. They're in that kind of odd formation they were in earlier.
Yep. They're going to direct snap number 15, just like they're going to throw it backwards to.
What? Oh, that is a lateral.
He's saying it's a forward pass.
Well, good grief. I don't know what you got to do to get a lateral.
Brings up fourth down 14.
We just have a bad angle, Cal.
It looked like it was set up for him to throw it. That was the reason I thought it was a lateral. I thought he was going to catch it and throw it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Fourth down.
Well, let's see. All right, throws it from the 25.
I think the quarterback who threw it was looking a little further downfield. Messed up the timing on that, but it's fourth down and 14 for the Eagles.
Well, they got a 40-yard punt a while ago. They might want to back up a little on the return here.
Braxton Allen and Peyton Allen are deep.
Standing at midfield, though. Now they're backing up some.
Ooh, get the punt off, almost blocked. Goes over Braxton's head, and the ball takes a friendly Eagle bounce down to the 19-yard line is where the Rebels will start this offensive series from.
Chambers.
Who is it we saw this year that had such good punter? Was it Pickens?
Was it Pickens?
I don't remember. They had somebody that was knocking 60-yard punts.
Or was it Southern?
Like it was candy.
Was it Southern?
Yeah, it was. Maybe it was Southern. Well, here we are, 81 yards away, but we got the lead and got the ball. That's something that hasn't happened much in this game.
Well, Bessemer Academy had a great kicker. Goes up here. Well, Peyton Allen, quarterback, brings the offense out. He's got 2 wide receivers to his right, and Braxton is lined up in the backfield to his right as well. Hands off to Braxton, runs off the left side, looking for some room, and he plunges forward for
3
yards, and they're going to wind the clock.
He did. Turnout goes to number 34, Braxton.
It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just across the 20.
Keep the clock running on that play, and in the first half they stopped it on one that was not nearly that obvious.
Second down and 7.
Same formation for Peyton in the offense, and Peyton calls his own number this time, looking for some running room off the right side, and he's stacked up at the line.
It's a big third down for the Rebels now.
Or actually, that's a
quarterback keeper goes for no gain. Third down and 7, Chambers.
Suddenly the defenses for both teams are asserting themselves.
Yep.
Play clock ticking down. Play's not in yet. Sure don't have to use another timeout.
Yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Got the snap off.
Peyton calls his own number off the left side, and he's wrapped up right at the line. And it's 4th down and 7 right now with 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Chambers will punt for the first time. Ordinarily, you punt for the first time in the third quarter, you think you're in a pretty good condition, but well, they're not in punt formation.
Trying to draw, well. He's going to drop back and kick.
Yeah.
Get a friendly Rebel bounce there. Going to get down to about the 34-yard line.
Peyton Allen's punt's going to roll across midfield. Down
trying to get them to jump off sides, but that wasn't going to happen, so he decided to go ahead and punt it on down.
We'll see what the defense dials up here.
We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Good opportunity to get up by 2 scores there.
The Rebels are up 30-25 against the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Jackson's made some defensive adjustments too, obviously. They're a little more conscious of what Peyton's doing. Ball boy still on the field.
Got 3 wide
Taking
receivers.
his time, he
out.
finally got off.
Hand up the middle to number 15, for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah.
Handoff goes up the middle, tackle made on the play by number 35, Dijon Darden.
Dijon Darden and Jake Higgins there on the tackle.
Play picks up about 2 yards, second down and 8.
Hadn't called Dijon's number much, but he slowed some plays down for Jake and Brody to make tackles. Second and 8, they say. I would say 7.
Sweep out to the right side, number 5. Peyton Allen's was the only thing between him and pay dirt. And
thank goodness Peyton read that, or he would have scored.
Yep. Peyton pushes him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They're in Rebel territory.
Eagles are moving the ball again.
1st and 10 from the Rebels, 45.
We were checking scores at halftime and found out that several people are watching this broadcast to see how this game's going.
Jackson brings the offense to the line. Number 15 is the lone running back. Hands off right at the middle. Wrapped up by Jake Higgins and number 57, Jake Waldrop.
Braxton
Handoff
Allen,
goes up the middle.
just for good measure.
Braxton finished him off.
By number 57, Jake Waldrop. Number 7.
Forward progression is going to be about to the 44.5-yard line.
Maybe a half yard. Second down and 9.
This quarter's ticking away rather quickly. There's not been a lot of stoppages in play. I think maybe one incomplete pass.
Yeah. Jackson brings the offense to the line. Sweep to number 3. Dijon Darden wrapping him up in the backfield. Finished off by number 53, Levi Waldrop, for a big loss. That's exactly what the Rebel defense needed right there.
And there's a contact made by number 35, Dijon Darden, with an assist from number 63, Jacob Oliver.
I think that was 63, Jacob Oliver.
Play loses back to the Jackson 49-yard line, brings up third down and 15.
Nice defensive play right there by the Rebels.
Big third down here. You figure
the fans here at Torbert Field are getting up and trying to rally the Rebels.
You figure you don't let them get very close and they'll kick it.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Brody Smoot. Oh.
Got to wrap him up.
Breaks free, and number 1 is going to first down.
They may get a touchdown. No, they got him.
Oh, big hit by Braxton Allen at the end of the play there on number 1.
And Jake Waldrop says there's a flag back here.
Yep,
y'all come on back.
A little bit of laundry out there from an official. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Jake just kind of calmly pointed at the flag. He's standing there like he's not going to move until somebody tells him to.
Well,
flag's right on the 50 where the line of scrimmage was.
Nelson laying downfield on the offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
Another eligible receiver. You know, you still got to think that the formations they're lining up in, somebody's covered up and they're going down.
Yeah.
Well, here's another chance for a replay. Maybe Brody can wrap him up this time.
Yeah, Brody had him lined up there for a big loss, but he escaped that. And
yeah, just kind of slid right off of it.
Yeah. Typically, when he's got his sights on you, you're not getting away from him. But
all right, here's a big 3rd and 20.
3 wide receivers out to the left for Jackson, 1 to the right. Passing out to number 15 in the flats, trying to get him loose, and they tackle him at the 40.
Got half of it. He got right to the line of scrimmage, or the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Pass is complete.
4th and 10.
Across midfield, tackle made on the play by number 34.
Interesting choice here.
Yeah,
there is no tomorrow.
No.
I don't see a punter coming in.
I don't either. So it looks like they're going to be doing it for it on 4th down and 10.
Big play here for both teams.
Yeah.
This will be one of those, like we talked about earlier, that you'll look back at and say, well, and if he didn't do anything else, he caused Coach Allen to use another timeout. That will leave Chambers with 1 timeout.
1 timeout, yep.
Chambers.
Well, it's 4th down and 10 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go in the 3rd. The Jackson Eagles have the ball on the 45-yard line of the Rebels. And they were lined up to go for it, Calvin. That was I don't know. Either you kick the ball deep and pin the Rebels down at the goal line, or give up the ball on the 45.
Say,
and don't forget to go by the concession.
Like we said, there's no tomorrow, but you don't want to bring tomorrow a little closer by than it could be. I mean, you stopped the Rebel offense last time when you got them inside the 20. You certainly would get them inside the 20 here. And I believe they're moving into punt formation.
Down and 10.
They're dropping number 12.
Keep in mind the punter is the quarterback.
Yeah, number 12, Jack Fleming, is dropping back in punt formation.
Not sure anybody believes that.
No, Peyton Allen is deep for the punt. See if they get it off.
Kick it.
Peyton lets the ball bounce. Whew, very. I would have ran from that one.
Yeah, that
was a funny bounce.
That almost hit his shoelace.
Yeah. Well, the Rebels will take over at the 13-yard line.
Yep. Rebels have the lead. They're going to have to muster up a little more offense than they mustered the last time, though. They only got about 7 total yards. Went twice with Peyton. It didn't work either time.
Well, the Rebels are ready to go. Peyton's got 2 wide receivers out to his left. Braxton's lined up to his left in the backfield. Shifts Braxton over to his right. Play clock's under 10. Fakes the handoff, goes right down to Benbrook on a nice slant pass.
Good way to start a drive.
Yeah.
Just get a first down.
Yep, get the chains moving.
He's out to the 27-yard line.
That was a nice bang play there by the Rebel offense.
Chambers.
Lining up ready to go.
Yep. Chains are set, clock's running.
That's the style of offense we're used to, so there's no point in trying to run it out.
Handing off to Braxton off the left side. He found some running room. He spins off number 5 down to the 40. And that's enough for a first down.
Number 34, Braxton Allen.
And that'll get us to the fourth quarter, I believe, Chester.
First down, Chambers.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I don't guess so. I think they're going to have to run a play.
let's hope they recognize that.
Well, the 2 clocks are almost exactly together, so I think he's going to run one just.
Benbrook's in motion.
Nothing else but precaution.
Peyton takes it right up the middle and holds onto the ball. Down, it falls forward nicely.
Nice game.
Yep.
And he is the chain crew's best friend. He gets to the 48-yard line.
That's right. We're taking it to the fourth quarter.
And that's the end of your third quarter.
It's 30. Rebels, Eagles 25, and we got 12 minutes left to play here in the first round of the playoffs.
Pretty much a defensive third quarter. Clock ran almost nonstop. Chambers got 1 touchdown and got stopped on downs. Jackson was stopped on downs 3 times. And we are 12 minutes away from one team advancing and one team going home. It's always to be a disappointing feeling anytime you play that last game, especially if you're a senior. You know you won't
I don't know about y'all.
put on those pads and strap on those chin straps.
In the fourth quarter, y'all.
Yep. You know these seniors don't want to put those cleats up just now, so.
Well, the Rebels are 53 yards from going up by 2 scores. Of course, it only took 1 minute and 20 seconds in the first half to wipe out a 2-score lead, but
Well, let's see if the offense can sustain a drive, take some time off the clock, and punch it in for another score.
Second down and 3. Chambers as we start the fourth quarter.
Jackson playing pretty loose here.
Yep.
Still.
Peyton's bringing the offense to the line. He's got 2 wide receivers out to his right, Josh Holliday and Smoot. Benbrook's in motion. Hands the ball off to Braxton off the right side. He's looking for some running room, and he's out past
Got his first down.
the 50-yard line and lands down at the 46, enough for a first down, Rebels.
Number 34, Braxton Allen. He's across midfield. He'll be marked down.
You can see the last couple plays there. The
First down.
Jackson Academy Eagles are going after that ball, looking for a strip.
Trying to get inside his head because he's had a couple of fumbles in the first half, but those are long past us now.
Peyton fakes the handoff, looking down the sidelines with Josh Holiday.
There he goes.
Finds him. He's going to get loose. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown Rebels.
Peyton Allen's pass is complete to number 5, junior Josh Holiday. He's in for the Rebels.
Well, hey, we've been looking for Holiday all night long, and there it was.
Hanging on to Holiday, and there he found him. Yeah, he split those two defenders, and that was all he had to do.
Nice catch for the junior there, Josh Holiday.
Rebels up 11. They'll go for 2 to get it up to 13. That's still doable by Jackson, but you just got to make them take time when they've got the ball on offense.
Peyton calls the snap and calls his own number right up the middle, and he's in untouched for the 2-point conversion.
All right. The 2-point conversion, it's good.
Gives the Rebel a little bit more breathing room. We're down to 11 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth.
Chambers' biggest lead of the game. Previously had been 10, now they're up 13. So got to dig in on defense, not give up anything quick or. A lot of time left.
Yep, a lot of time, a lot of things can happen, but let's see if the defense of the Rebels can slow down this.
13-point lead is always hazardous.
All right, let's take
This
time
Jackson
up.
Academy
Get ready
offense
for
has been
kickoff.
scrappy all night long, to say the least.
So far, the kicking it deep has been the, in my opinion, the answer here.
Number 10.
Yes, I agree.
It's giving them a longer field, and it's
Back to receive for Jackson, number 2.
it's giving the defense some breathing room.
15, Michael Roberts.
Yeah, you put a lot of pressure on your defense when you give them a short field at the 50-yard line. So,
Well, it changes their play calling too. They're not going to take quite the risks they would have taken on their side, on your side of the 50 that they'll take on their side.
Peyton checks off on the line, and here comes the kick. Oh, he pops it high, and fair catch is called by number 9 at the 41-yard line.
So much for reminding your coaching, Chester.
Yep, that's why we're up here, and
Number 9.
Coach Allen and the rest of the team are down
Will
there.
be marked at the 41
Well,
yard
That was
line.
Cameron Thomas on the fair catch.
59 yards between the Eagles and Pay Dirt. 11 minutes and a half between somebody and the next round.
We'll see if the Eagles stick to the running game of number 15, or they start some interesting formations and pass plays. They're going to run
Figure.
trips out to the
They
right.
They scored 2 touchdowns in a minute and 20 seconds. They're not necessarily in a crisis situation.
No, watch the pass out to number 15 at the top. He runs back a lateral, and they're looking for some space. Screen pass, getting some
That's what you.
loose
that's
out
what
there.
they've been
Oh,
trying
there
to
was
do.
a hit.
Yeah, I was afraid that's what's going to happen.
Number 8, Hayden Hurst, came in there at the end for a
It's going to
hit.
add 15 yards to that gain,
Chambers 49
and that's just
will
what we
have
were
a
saying. You don't want to
play.
do something that gives up a big chunk of yardage. That's going to end up being about a 25-yard play because he got his first down, and then
Wow, that's
Dead ball penalty. Late hit out of bounds. On defense. First down.
we don't have the best of angles from up here, so I can't say anything about that.
well, everybody was
15
bunched up
yard
over
marker
there.
After the personal foul call.
But
That's
you,
a big chunk of yardage there the Eagles got on that one. They're down to the 34-yard line of the Rebels.
yes, about 25 yards because they got the first down on the play and then added 15 to it. And that only took 10 seconds.
Same formation, number 15 is lined up, and they're going to go, is that number 2 on the carry? Yep. Lost the edge there.
Turf
And
monster got him.
Number 2,
Yeah.
Blake McKay.
the dew's starting to settle in out there on the field.
2 yards brings up
Or
second down and
maybe the
12.
frost.
Hey, it could be. Some of the fans might be saying that right now as they're huddled up.
I don't believe anybody's left, though.
No, we've still got a pretty good crowd here at Torbert Field.
2nd and 12. 15 stayed home.
Number 15 off the right side. He's bottled up at the line, and they're not going to let him go until he's down. No gain on the play, it looks like.
Maybe a yard pickup.
It's going to be 3rd and either 11 or 12, but down 2, you're going to start to hold them twice.
Well, we're getting ready to go under 10 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
This is definitely 4-down territory when your season's on the line.
Yep. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 11 and a half.
3rd down, Jackson.
That's where that 15-yard penalty hurt you.
Jake Higgins stayed home on that one and wrapped up number 3.
Yeah, if you'd have had 4th down around the 50, I'm not sure.
Nice play by Jake Higgins to stay home on that one and wrap up the running back there and take him down after a very short gain. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Jackson Academy Eagles.
Well, another one of those plays.
We're down to about the 9-minute mark here in the 4th. The Rebels are up 38-25.
Here we go.
4th and 9.
12 on the play clock. Under 10. Of course, they got all their timeouts.
Play action fake. Looking downfield to.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 15 on the catch.
Got it by about a yard.
He's pushed out of bounds by number 10, Peyton Allen. Ball will be marked at the 20.
Number 15, Micah Roberts, involved again on the offensive play there for the Eagles, which resulted in a 1st down.
Had 4th and 9 and got about 10. That's one thing a senior player like that'll do for you, Chester. He knew where the down marker was, and he knew where he had to go. He wasn't going to come up short.
Nope. 1st and 10, hands off to number 5 off the right side for a short gain.
I don't remember calling his number any tonight much.
Play goes for maybe a yard gain. Tackle made on the play by number 34, Braxton Allen. And
Says he's an offensive lineman on
Jacob Oliver.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down, and we'll call it 8.
We're getting close to the 8-minute mark now here in the 4th.
Picked up 2. That didn't look like it went that far.
Yep. 2nd down and 8 for the Eagles. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Quarterback drops back. He's looking to his left. And Hayden Hurst on the coverage. And number 1 with the catch. Chase Hamilton
got crossed up on that, and
touchdown.
I think they knew from maybe something they'd seen earlier that was going to be open because he was 10 yards in the clear almost.
Yep.
And the clock is not stopped. Somebody's going to have to rectify that.
Well, we've got an official running the clock tonight, so they need to check that. I think the Jackson.
Well, first we're going to see how much time we got left because it went all the way down to 7 minutes and we're still running.
While they get the clock straightened out here, we'll.
Somebody say a Moose stop the clock.
Moose doesn't run the clock.
I guess they think Moose does a little bit of everything.
Reset the clock to 7 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah, I knew we lost a bunch of
54
time.
seconds.
Going to put 46 seconds back on the clock. Chambers will still have the lead after this conversion one way or the other. But it's going to be down to 1 score again. They haven't put the touchdown on the board, but it's 38-31.
Snap was good, and it is off to the right.
Missed it. Okay. Well, that helped.
And
That makes it
is no good.
That makes it a one-touchdown
With
game.
7:54 to go.
38-31. That's
It's your Chambers Academy Rebels 38.
that takes away the fear of being ahead by 13.
Yes.
31.
Well, with 7:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Rebels are up 38-31 against the Eagles.
Well, we've seen onside kick before.
And like you said earlier, they into the first half there, that was a quick scores by the Eagles. So nothing is out of the question
again,
tonight.
Cheeseburgers are half price at the Rebel Grill. According
Just
to
received our text from one of our listeners. Crenshaw has won 49-0 over Cornerstone, and Wilcox has won. So Wilcox will play the winner of this game. If it's Chambers, it'll be here. If it's Jackson, it'll be at Wilcox. Jake and Peyton.
back to receive for the Rebels. Number 25, Caden Smoot. Number 10, Peyton Allen. Getting set to kick off for Jackson. Number 52, Durante Johnson.
Johnson for the Eagles is ready to kick off. Huh.
Yet another variation.
Huh. That's all I'm going to say. There we go. Safe play there. Jake Higgins
Kick is recovered by number 7, Jake Higgins.
downs the ball at the 35-yard line where the Rebels will set up first down and
First
10
down, Chambers.
with 7 minutes and 53 minutes left to go in the game.
Take care of business here. Keep the ball.
Keep the clock running and
3 remaining
Get up by
in the
2
fourth
scores
quarter.
if you can. And certainly you don't want to give them the ball back with just a 1-touchdown lead if you can help it.
well, Peyton brings the offense to the line. He's got 2 wide receivers out to his left, and Braxton lines up to his right. Ben Brooks in motion across the formation. Peyton keeps the ball and goes forward for a nice run.
Good.
Peyton Allen on the quarterback keeper. He's out across the 40 to the 44.
Nice read by Peyton on that one to tuck it and take it right up the middle for a 8-yard gain. Second down and 2. Clock's rolling. That's what the Rebels need right now. We'll watch Peyton take this play clock down to.
Yeah, they won't line up till there's 10 seconds left.
Yep. Second down and 2 for the Rebels. Ben Brooks in motion. Peyton fakes off to Braxton, looking for some room off the left side, and he's lined up and
Lost the ball. Yep, turned it over.
Fumble on the play.
Well, that's not something you wanted to have happen.
No.
He had gotten the first down. And here comes Jackson again at the 45-yard line, going in. 44.
Fumble bug has bitten the Rebels tonight. That's the third one of the evening.
At least. Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Well,
but with 6:58 here in the fourth,
yet another 2-play drive.
The Eagles take over in Rebel territory at the 44-yard line. The Rebel defense needs to make a stand right here.
Yeah, they got to do something here. You let them either tie or they may go for 2 and take the lead.
Hand off the middle to number 15, tackled in the backfield by.
I don't have him yet.
They blow the whistle.
Yeah,
and
if I were him, I'd be a little upset at that whistle because he was
working loose at that tackle.
He had gotten loose and was about to zoop around the.
That was Dijon Darden on the initial hit to stop the runner.
I guess zoop is a word.
Brings up second down.
It is tonight. We'll take whatever we can right now to stop this.
Wouldn't mind some chicken soup right now.
Yeah. Warm everybody up, some chicken soup. But here we go. 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Getting close to the 6-minute mark here in the 4th. Pitch out to number 15. And he's bottled up in the backfield by Jake Higgins, number 7, Peyton Allen, number 10, and Brody Smoot, number 16.
47-yard line.
Well, it's going to. You got a really friendly spot there.
Wow, that was a big spot. Wow.
I didn't expect it to be back here because I could tell that, but I did think they'd get him back around the 50.
Yeah. Looking at the replay up here, that does look like the right spot. We're going to.
Well, another 3rd down.
3rd down, 13 from the 47. Quarterback rolls out to his right, and he's looking. And the pass is broken up. Oh, it's caught! Oh, my goodness.
Well, yep.
They're going to say it's a catch. Unbelievable.
He literally rolled over and the ball landed on him.
Pass is complete. Down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Chester, some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield.
Whoa. I'm going to have to catch that again up here. That's.
It was on a possession down. It looked like it just kind of hung under his arm.
Wow.
And we're back on the inside the 30 again, except now we're like less than 5 minutes.
Number 15 looking for some running room up the middle. He's wrapped up. And ball's loose, but they're going to call him down.
They had long since blown the whistle.
And off goes to
this game looks like it may come down to a 2-point conversion, Chester, because they're running out clock now.
Yep. We're down to the 4-minute and 30-second mark here in the 4th quarter. Rebels are up by 7. Jackson is at the 25-yard line where it's 2nd down and 6. Wide receiver to each side. Play action. Looking right down the middle, and it's going to nobody, and almost picked off by Caden Smoot.
He had it on his radar, but he couldn't.
One step behind it. Good hustle, though, by Smoot. Third down and 6 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in the game.
3rd down and 7.
Jackson is down by 7. Ball's at the 25-yard line.
Wilcox score was 40-0. Of course, what Wilcox did right now is not important, is it?
We got to get through this to see who's going to match up with them. And we're far from over here. Hand off to number 15 off the right side, looking for some room. And he's pushed out of bounds at the
it's going to be 4th and short.
22-yard line. And now we're going to throw a flag.
Well, I don't know what that was about. That was really, really late, whatever it was.
Well, taking your helmet off on the field, that might be a penalty.
I don't know what happened. I mean, they ran him out of bounds, and he'd been out of bounds a good 15, 20 seconds. And all of a sudden, we got a flag.
A lot of emotion out there tonight.
Sideline warning against Jackson.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that will not be or will not result in yardage.
The results of the play.
Well, we got 4th down here.
4th down and 3. 4th down and 3.
Fourth down and 3 for Jackson with 3 minutes and 55 seconds
One
left to
thing
go.
you can bet on, 15 will have the
Get loud,
ball.
Rebel fans, get
Yep.
loud.
Got to be careful about jumping offside.
And over pursuing the play, stay at home, and here we go. We got a timeout on the field.
Timeout. Jackson.
That's
Timeout
their
on the field, Jackson.
first time out, I believe.
Yep. They have 2 remaining with 3:55 left to go here in the 4th. Trying to dial up a play on 4th down and 3. And I'm not even going to say it's going to be, this could play of the game because there's a lot of time left with 3:55.
Yeah, we thought with 1 minute and 20 seconds in the first half we were going to go into the halftime with the lead.
This is a big play for this series.
You've got half-price cheeseburgers and hot dogs 2 for $1. Rebel Grill.
Well, we appreciate all you guys watching and tuning in tonight on Chambers Academy Sports Live. We appreciate the comments and suggestions throughout the year. We're going to continue broadcasting sporting events even after football season. Probably do a couple basketball games and maybe some baseball come springtime, Calvin.
Oh, why not? Softball.
Hey, I hear you.
Well, someone's season hangs in the balance.
Yep.
All right, 3:55 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down and 3 for the Jackson Academy Eagles.
15's in the backfield.
They got 3 wide receivers out to the left and 1 to the right. Hand off to 15 up the middle. They snuffed him out there, and he's diving forward.
He made it, I think, with that second effort. Down to the 15.
Enough for the first down for the Eagles from Jackson.
15 after the carry up the middle. First down, Jackson.
Well, it's getting closer and closer, like it's going to come down to a 2-point play. You remember that Jackson had an extra point in the first half that hit the upright and went in instead of out. Right now, that's a big point they've got. Otherwise, it'd be 38-30.
Number 2 on the handoff, and he's looking for some room, and he's bottled up number 53.
Down to the 10.
Levi Waldrop on the tackle.
The left side tackle made on the play by number 63.
It's going to be
Jacob
second
Oliver.
and
Play's going to pick up about
4.
6 yards, bring up second down and 4.
Excuse me, that was 63. Jacob Oliver.
Under 3 minutes now. The game is going to shape up on this.
Second down and 4. Yeah, it's coming down to the wire
This is
here,
gonna be
Calvin.
it.
Single wide receivers each side. Handoff up the middle to number 15. He dances down to the 6-yard line, it looks like.
If we got to the 6, it's first and goal.
Somebody's
And
down.
Darden, that's going to be Dijon Darden.
Handoff goes up the middle. We have a injured Rebel down on the play.
It's going to be first and goal with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left.
But Dijon's up. That's a good sign. He's walking off on his own power.
Rebels will have to stop them twice. Have to stop them from scoring a touchdown as your primary goal, but can't let them get that 2-point conversion.
Chain gang's out to measure, and they're going to first down,
First and
Eagles.
After the mark off, let's see the...
Kind of deja vu all over again, isn't it, Chester?
Yes.
Jackson. After the measurement.
Spotting it at the 6-yard line.
Clock winds. It'll be under 2 minutes when this snap is delivered to the quarterback. They are 6 yards from being a point behind, being tied, or being a point ahead, depending on what they elect to do. You figure they're going to go for the win.
And number 15's bottled up in the backfield for no gain at all.
Like his lineman cut him off. He had a lane in the.
Brody Smoot was in on the tackle.
Jake Higgins. Play will go for no gain.
There's going to be precious little time left when this is over.
We're under 2 minutes now.
Actually, they're going to be lost about a yard and a half on the play. Second down and goal.
Clock manage is going to be key down here. Yeah, we're down to a minute and a half.
Chambers has one timeout left if that becomes an issue.
Number 2 on the run, and he's off to the right side, and he's down at the 1 yard line, it looks like.
Handoff goes around right in. Looks like he's going to be just short of the goal line.
Wow, there'll be a minute left or less.
Mark it at
Wonder why they stopped the clock.
1 yard line.
I think he went out of bounds.
Was he? I thought he was tackled in.
Third and goal, Jackson.
Third and goal.
Well, we've not held them under a yard all night if they've been able to get the forward progress.
Here we go, Calvin. Third down and third and goal from the 1. Handoff, and he is.
We don't know. Jackson says yes.
And they're calling it a touchdown.
Official says yes. Okay, here
Jackson.
we go.
Touchdown, Jackson.
Well, the Rebels at least will have some time left on the clock if something goes awry here.
Well, here's it come down. The extra point, or do you go for the win, Calvin?
I got to figure they'll go for 2. Extra point's been a little.
Okay. They corrected the scoreboard there. Kind of jumped by surprise. They had us tied up at 38. So.
Well, let's see. I bet they take a timeout.
We're going to talk this one over, it looks like. And
so each team will.
Jackson.
Each team will have a timeout. 38-37. You figure the 3 and 7 team's going to go for 2. Why would you not go for the lead? When you got a chance to do an onside kick. So you're. I've texted down our players of the game and not gotten a response. I think our cheer coach is occupied.
Well, let's see if we can get through this last 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Plenty of time for the Rebels to score. Only one timeout, but 1 minute and 11 seconds. 1 point difference. One play.
I mean, you've had success tonight kicking the extra point. Do you take that or you go for 2?
No, they'll go for 2.
We'll see.
They'll probably line up in that cookie formation and so they can snap it to 15 or 2, either one. Quarterback's over here as a receiver.
Well, Chambers calls a timeout.
Chambers takes their last timeout. Coach Allen saw something he didn't like.
Well, actually, Peyton Allen was calling for the timeout there in the end zone. So
Rebels will not have any timeouts, but they will have 1 minute and 11 seconds to try to retake the lead if this 2-point try is successful. Kind of going back to that extra point that hit the upright.
Yeah.
It's a game of inches. Had that ball been an inch further to the right, it would have gone to the outside of the upright.
Well, the one that they missed down there, and the one that barely went in. You know,
let's get on your feet, Rebel fans.
Crowd's not. I think they're in shock.
Not
terribly loud.
Torbert Field.
Now they're picking up a little steam. to be 79 points that Chambers has given up in 2 weeks. That's very unusual. I can't remember seasons when they didn't give up 79 points all year.
Yep. Well, here we go.
Well, they got a timeout there. Let's see if they'll take it. I believe they're going to run it. Yep, timeout. Well, all right, this play will take place because that's the last timeout either team had. So
they're going to have to play.
This. Nobody got a timeout now?
Yeah.
Neither team has any timeouts left.
Yep. Official notifying the crowd and all who might be concerned that there are no timeouts left in the game.
They're just going to line them up one-on-one, throw it out to the flats. And it's going to be a...
You know, they've changed the formation completely. They're back, well, not completely. Still don't have the quarterback at center.
Yeah, they're going to direct snap at the 15, the running back. They're going to roll out to the right and flip it out to number 2. And he's in. The 2-point conversion. So Jackson Academy Eagles take the lead 38-37 with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go here from Torbert Field in Lafayette, Alabama.
Well,
Jackson Academy Eagles.
this game is squarely on the shoulders of the offense.
Rebels 38.
This is where we flip the possession first, possession the second half, and that's why we have a chance to take the lead now because we held them twice. Got a minute and 11 seconds.
I want to correct myself there. The score is 39 Jackson, 38 Rebels.
So 81 points the Rebels have given up in the last 2 weeks.
Well, let's see how Jackson handles the kickoff, if they're going to kick it deep or they're going to try to squib it.
Well, they probably ain't going to onside it.
Well, they haven't kicked it deep much at all this game, so we'll see how they...
Back to receive for the Rebels, number 10, Peyton
Well, the
Allen.
one time they kicked it deep,
Number 34,
Smoot made them pay.
Yep.
It's going to be about a minute left probably, a minute and some change.
And no timeouts for either team, so they're going to be playing to the boundaries this offensive series, and they're going to be in a hurry, to say the least. Johnson, number 52, with the kickoff duties for Jackson.
Well, the last minute and 20 seconds of the first half was interesting. We got a minute and 11 seconds here.
And they kick it down to Peyton Allen at the 25-yard line. He's looking for some running room. And he gets down to the 37-yard line is where they'll set up.
Minute and 5 seconds.
That took off 6 seconds off the clock.
The 37-yard line. First down, Chambers.
This is definitely the game of the week in the AISA playoffs because all the rest of them have been 40-0 stinkers.
Yeah. This is probably one of the latest games we've played, too. The length of the game. But let's see what the Rebel offense can do here.
Well, Peyton's going out. at receiver. Smoot's in at quarterback.
Oh, just off the fingertips of Peyton Allen.
Yeah, that wasn't such a bad play. I mean, it didn't work, but
Caden Smoot's pass intended for number 10, Peyton Allen, falls incomplete.
it only took 5
Down
seconds.
10.
The downs at this point is not really important. You're going to run out of time before you run out of downs.
Well, the incomplete pass stopped the clock with 59 seconds left to go here in the game. The Rebels are down by 1 point. They have the ball at their own 37-yard line. Second down and 10. Peyton goes back as quarterback. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield to Josh Holliday. And he is out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Nice tight roping down the sidelines by Holliday.
He's out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
A little bit afraid he ran out of bounds before he caught that. But
Yeah,
I
but
guess he didn't.
he kept his feet and he danced down the
The
sideline.
judge was right on it. So Rebels are 42 yards from success. Got to be sure you got 11 people in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Play clock down to 7 seconds.
Smoot looking for some running room. He's out of bounds at the 36-yard line, excuse me.
Positive yardage.
Caden Smoot's pushed out of bounds.
There's going to be another pass from Smoot to Allen. And
They're marking it about the 37.
he was able to elude the rush. Had he been brought down in the backfield,
42.5 seconds.
things would have gotten a little hairy there.
Yeah.
They're hairy enough as it is.
We're down to 42 seconds left to go here in the game. Ball is on the 36-yard line. Second down and about 4.
Plenty of time. Just got to protect the quarterback.
Peyton throws out to the out to the left and bobbled by Holliday.
That would have been a first down.
Pass intended for number 5, Josh Holliday, falls incomplete, brings up third down.
Stop clock with 38 seconds.
Well, now the first down has become a necessity. Despite what I said earlier about the downs not matter. Third and fourth down, been some big downs for Jackson tonight. They've converted many a third and fourth down.
Peyton fakes the handoff, and he's looking down to number 25, Smoot, and he takes it out of bounds.
At the 25.
It's complete to number 25, Caden Smoot.
Nice catch by Caden
He'll
Smoot.
be out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. First down, Chambers.
Peyton's getting some really good protection on his, getting a lot of time to pass. But that's a long 25 yards.
Yep. 32 seconds left to go in the game.
Got to get about a yard a second.
Peyton calls the snap, hands off to Braxton off the right side, and he gets out of bounds.
And off goes to number 34, Braxton Allen.
5 yards, 5
He'll be
seconds.
out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Play picks up about 3 yards, brings up second down and 7. 27.8 seconds to go.
Second down and 7, 27 seconds left to go in the game. Rebels are down by 1.
Here's where
No
if you had a-
timeouts.
Where if you had a timeout, you could take a chance on Peyton.
Yep, busting up the middle, but they're going to have to be looking to the edge. Peyton calls the snap. He looks to his left.
Oh, there he is.
Goes right down the middle. Oh, and it's in between
Holy
a couple
cow.
players. Whoa.
Pass intended for
About 4 people got a hand on that.
Yeah.
Not down, brings up
Third down and 7 with 23 seconds left to go.
Well, the third down, maybe not quite as important now because you don't have but about 3 plays left.
Peyton calls the snap. Looks out to his right.
Oh.
Incomplete pass to Holiday.
I don't know that would have even gotten a first down.
Pass goes incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Well, no timeouts. Possession play, 4th and 7.
Yep.
Season comes down to whether you survive or not.
Braxton Allen's lined up beside Peyton Allen in the backfield. 2 wide receivers is right, hands off to Peyton, takes it off the right side. He's out enough for the first down.
He did not get out of bounds, though.
Is he going to get up and spike the ball? Peyton spikes the ball with 11 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
All right, 11.7 seconds to go.
Can't take a chance on another run.
2nd down and goal. No.
Chambers, 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. 11.7 seconds.
If they do, he doesn't get in, he won't have another play.
They're at the 9-yard line.
Not in 11 seconds.
Or, hey, do you go for the field goal? I mean,
well, that's an interesting suggestion. Got 5 seconds on the play clock.
take a shot to the end zone.
Run it, Peyton. Run it, Peyton. Run it.
Yeah!
Touchdown! Touchdown, Chambers! Touchdown, Chambers!
Touchdown, Rebels! Woo! What a great individual effort by Peyton Allen to sniff that out. He was looking for the corner.
Somebody ran on the field and got a penalty, but with 4.4 seconds left, I'm not sure that's going to matter.
Wow. Peyton slipped in there for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought that play was
wow.
Smoked at the end, but he came through. Wow.
I was afraid he was going to get up at the 1-yard line, and then they were really going to have an interesting choice. This is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct for someone coming onto the field. But I don't think you're looking at going for 2 or kicking either one here. You're just down the ball.
Sideline warning. Against Chambers.
Oh, okay. Well.
1 on time down.
Huh? I don't know what he meant by that.
1 untimed down. Yeah. So. Well, the Rebels are going to line up for.
I would think they would down it. You don't take it, even though a fumble in high school.
You can't advance it.
You can't advance it, but 46-39, that would put the burden on them to have to go for 2 if they
were to run it all the way back.
Managed to score in 4.4 seconds.
What an exciting game!
Oh my!
This has been a barn burner here at Torbert Field tonight.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this is a great.
Touchdown was good. There was a flag for a sideline warning after the play.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
Our assistant coach.
We won't say who. I think it was a
fan.
I think it was an alumni, alumnus. But we won't embarrass him. He was excited. We were excited.
I probably would have ran on the field too. Peyton calls his own number again, and he's in for the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
All right, well, that means they got to score and get 2. And with 4.4 seconds and no timeouts.
4.4 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Rebels are up by 8. And the crowd here at Torbert Field is going wild. A great evening under the lights on Friday night.
This game is gone with 4.4 seconds left. I won't breathe easy until I hear something buzzing down there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Calvin.
When you hear the
We've seen a lot of stuff tonight.
I'm gonna tell you,
and you got to give a lot of credit to Jackson, man. They have played.
You got to find number 15 and don't kick it anywhere within the same zip code that he's in.
Exactly.
All right, 4.4 seconds to go.
Well, we're going to go ahead and tell you who our offensive defensive players are, because I have not gotten a text back that they even heard me down on the field. We're going to try to get them in for an interview. The offensive player of the game is going to be Peyton Allen. We had already made that decision before that last drive, and I don't think you got any question about it now. And the defensive player of the game is going to be Jake Higgins. Jake, we called Jake's name so many times tonight that Chester learned how to pronounce it.
Yep. I've been calling him Wiggins for a while, but now it's Jake Higgins. Well, Peyton Allen's lining up for the kickoff with 4.4 seconds left to go. Let's make sure the kickoff team keeps everything in front of them. And
he's going to dribble it where they have to fall on it, but that's going to leave them a little bit of time.
Oh, ball's loose.
Now tell me how there's 4.4 seconds still left.
He downed it right there, so they're going.
Yeah, but it skidded out.
With 4.4 seconds to go. First down, Jackson.
That should have surely used a second. Oh, well. All night we've said the season comes down to one play.
And this is the play.
Of course, it would come down to two again because they'd have to go for two. But let's just snuff it out here and be done with it. Dijon Darden back in the game. Whatever pain he was feeling has dissipated.
That's right. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys hanging back behind the 50. Make that 5 guys. Yeah. Don't let them,
You don't let them get by you. Main thing is be sure he doesn't get the pass off. What's he doing way right there?
They're going to see if they can pursue the entire off defense up against him. So that's it. There's the
we're
whistle.
out of time.
So they're going to have to get this down. Watch the block in the back here. And how can an offensive...
an ineligible receiver.
Yeah. He's
down.
And that's it right there, folks. And Jake Higgins on the tackle.
Jake Higgins, defensive player of the game.
That's right. What an outstanding game tonight.
You gotta believe.
The best game on Friday night here in Alabama can be said right here.
Oh my goodness.
What an exciting game. Jackson Academy played one heck of a game.
They really did. I mean,
and they laid it all out there.
That didn't look like a 3-7 team to us.
No, sir, they didn't.
Next week, next Friday night. Right.
Got to give a lot of credit to the coaching
we will
staff
host
and
Wilcox
players.
next week, and
let's have a big round of applause for both of these great football teams.
I'm thinking you're going to see Coach Allen working on defense next week, because he's not going to like giving up 81 points in 2 weeks.
No, sir. But what an incredible game.
Everyone, if you would, please, if you have any trash in your area.
That was an exciting game, Calvin.
Yeah, that's
find a trash can somewhere, please.
That's the kind when you win, it just
thank you.
You wipe your brow and go, woo!
When you lose it, though, it stinks.
Oh, that's got to sting. But, yeah, what a great effort by Jackson.
Yeah, those poor kids got a 3.5-hour trip. They were, it would have been about a 1.5-hour trip if they'd have won.
Yeah. What a great effort by both teams out there. On a chilly night here from Lafayette, Alabama, the Chambers Academy Rebels advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Still waiting on confirmation from Emily if she got a hold of our players.
And we'll be hosting, the Rebels will be hosting Wilcox here next Friday night.
I think they're the Wildcats.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
They were 42-0, I believe, or 40-0 victors over Pickens.
So this was Rebels advance to the second round of the playoffs.
See Lamar Talley down there, one of our chain crew. He looks like he's run about 25 miles tonight.
Yeah, he's tuckered out. It's a lot of offense here today, this evening here at Torbert Field in Lafayette, Alabama. We want to thank all you guys watching at home. We appreciate you tuning in. And we're going to see if we can gather up the players of the game here in a few minutes after the coaches have a chat with the players. And
tell Emily to check her phone.
We're going to be running down to the media room and see if we can grab.
I'm going to try to get our players of the game. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Peyton Allen and
Emily to check her phone.
Jake Higgins.
I'll send her the players of the game.
Are our players of the game. So we're going to wrap this up here from the booth and take it downstairs to the media room and see if we can get those players up there. I know they're excited and want to celebrate a little bit, and we'll look forward to catching you guys downstairs in about 10 minutes maybe, and 15 minutes, and get those players in there and get their reaction and see if we can get Coach Allen in there too. I know they're excited about this, but we want to see if they can get some reaction and look forward to next week with Wilcox. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, and